Destiny is going to jail or something, or he's being sued. He's going to become a sexual predator. Furthermore than he already, here's the thing. I don't know anything. Oh, by the way, we're talking about Destiny. Tiny. You got some nerve as a guy, by the way, looking like this and having the word tiny in your name. That's a brave man. Of course he's brave. He's the sex god of the internet. Why wouldn't he be? Take a look at him. This dude somehow, when you are cum-brained enough, the modicum, the absolute tiniest little crumb of clout or fame or riches or whatever you want to call it off the internet will just get you anything you want. I'm starting to believe I might be the only guy online who's not a cum guy, who's completely cum-brained in his head to the point that every single action he takes, every time he plays Factorio while writing down what he saw on Wikipedia to argue with you about later in an epic debate, every single little movement about that, everything he does is a chess piece. It's him doing 4D chess in order to come. I gotta come. This man is the sex god of the internet. When you think sex online, you ain't thinking about Mandingo or Captain Stabbing. No. You're thinking about Des Tiny, the tiniest little gremlin. This man's got some facts that are going to make a woman's pussy quiver. So it's finally happening. I don't know exactly what's happening. I believe he's being sued or something. According to Destiny, these are his own words off of, somebody leaked a Discord or something. He said, bro, if I need to go on the sex offender list, and you do, I'm taking like 20 other streamers with me, okay? LOL. So, by the way, LOL. Hey, if I need to be a sex offender, LOL, I will. Listen, it's a new golden era, is what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I believe, by the way, Dirk, I believe that you are a sex offender the second, you and your wife are in an open relationship and you're both looking for the right type of guy. To me, that's a sex offender. I don't know if we can get Trump to write new laws on this or whatever. It is very strange and telling, though, that, Trump becomes the president, remember? And then just like the other day. And then all of a sudden, the Goomers, the Goomer Nation, the Goomers come crashing down. Every Melanie Mack is fucking gunning for Destinies.
That old bitch.
She's right, though. We're on Mel Mack's side now, actually. I agree with her. This dude's sitting around playing, I don't know, Age of Empires, jacking off on stream while telling you all the thought processes that, a fucking 13-year-old kid has about Karl Marx or whatever. Now, the amazing part of all of this is, so Destiny's in like the worst spot he's ever been in. We have a whole history with Destiny, crazy enough, at PODAWFUL, a show that has never done anything about Destiny, really, ever. Like, he's come up here and there, but I don't know if I've ever done a real Tiny thing, but I have an entire history with this guy that spans back so crazily, and it started in a single place, the Ethan Ralph bowling event, okay? Which...
If we forget he's there, it's so funny.
You don't even remember he's there. There's so many goons there. Dick Masterson, Alex Stein, Ethan Ralph, they're all there, right? Destiny's there. How the fuck did Ethan Ralph convince this guy, the sex god of the internet, the king string bean?
King of the castle.
King of the castle. Look at this guy. Lauren Southern, okay, was going down on the 69ing with this. She got her...
But she's based.
Well, and red pilled, but he's the opposite. That's the craziest part. He slayed pussy from the opposite end of the political, polemics. So, and speaking of polemics, Lauren Southern was up and down on his polemic. Now, some other bitch apparently was riding and striding, and he was not hiding the video that he took of her. So she's very upset about this. Now, in the middle of all this, I mentioned Ethan Ralph. We met Tiny at the Ethan Ralph bowling event. These guys are friends, right? then the craziest fucking thing ever happens, okay? There was a rootin' tootin' schoolyard style shooting, and the guy had a manifesto. It was by the way, it was a black guy, so DEI still on the book. Sorry, Trump, you can't get rid of it. DEI just for destiny. Now, this dude, the guy that did the shooting, who was this cute little black kid, he could have been my son. He reminds me of Trayvon Farton, you know? He's like classic PODAWFUL character, Trayvon Farton. He could have been my son. Get your own damn prize. So this dude name checks who inspired his shooting event, his spree. Let's call it a spree, okay? I don't know if we're allowed to even talk about this kind of stuff. And half of them are goons. It's crazy. It kind of rules. By the way, this is like one step away from PODAWFUL being name checked. The likelihood that this my son, the spree boy, saw PODAWFUL is like almost 100%. It's way up there. So he puts in his manifesto. Is there a particular groups or people that radicalized you the most? Who's interviewing him for this, by the way? We need to fucking find the interviewer and bring them to justice along with Destiny. So he says, Candace Owens, Ethan Ralph. This is crazy.
He's number 2.
Yes, number 2 with a fucking bullet. And I do mean a bullet. Only one child died other than my son. Nick Fuentes.
With a crossbolt.
Turkey Tom. Which, by the way, Turkey Tom is now sitting in his home sobbing, carving himself over this one. Has Turkey Tom addressed this? Because I see Turkey Tom's addressing. He's dressing the Destiny allegations. That was a turkey Thanksgiving joke, dressing. He's addressing the...
He was dressing his wounds.
He's addressing the Destiny allegations, right? Because he and Destiny hooked up. They're gay guys with each other. Did you know that? So anyway, Turkey Tom is named.
I just assumed it.
Somebody called Ruben Sim. That's like AI made up this name. I do believe that AI might have written this entire fucking manifesto, by the way. We'll talk about Mr. Beast gets name checked, which is funny. Something called Cobson Talks. Wayne Lambright. I saw that somebody said something funny in my comments on Twitter. They were like, damn, he name checks Wayne Lambright. That dude's got 3 viewers. And somebody else replied and said, well, he's got 2 now. So fucking iDubbbz has been called out in this one. And of course, Destiny and Hassan Parker, who I assume is just some sort of middle-aged man who runs a car lot in the middle of the country. I don't know who Hassan Parker is, but he sounds like a nice guy. Anyway, then he also blames video games. It's a goomer holocaust out there, all right? The goomers must go. And Destiny is the first guy on the list as far as all of this. This is Manifesto Destiny, and this is PODAWFUL.
Either, but eating someone else's is fun because that'd be insanely hard the whole time. Okay. Choo choo, all aboard the Retard Express.
Okay, welcome aboard, everybody. Last call.
Choo-choo.
Welcome aboard. Choo choo. Welcome to the Retard Express. I'm your host, Jesse PS. This is PODAWFUL. I'll be your conductor this evening. H2BH. Happy to be here, everybody. We're live over at PODAWFUL.tv. Oh my God. I got to get Destiny off my screen for a second. Jesus fucking Christ. You really don't want to see that over your shoulder as a guy. I've seen a POV of Destiny one time. It's horrifying. Dirk, you're into POV, right? But you're into female POV.
Yeah, strictly that.
Did you see the Destiny leak?
I saw the one where he was sucking a cock, and that's like the only one I saw.
That must have been horrifying for you as a guy who's into female POV porn.
Yeah.
You're strictly
I didn't like that there was a penis there at all.
We got a live chat room, by the way. We're over at PODAWFUL.tv. Join the pizza fun, PODAWFUL.pizza. And hit sub on our YouTube channel here, please, because I don't know, it's a magical number that makes people respect you and makes women want to suck you. So, by the way, speaking of cum guys, Salvo Pancakes lied and said he'll be on the show tonight, so we'll see if that actually happens. Salvo Pancakes, officially billed guest of tonight's episode. Does he show up? Who knows? In the chat room, by the way, I was seeing some wild chats as the show was beginning, right before it started. This one guy calls himself Sour Scroat 97 Gaming. Great name. He says, Jesse, can you react to that guy getting deported by ICE in Boston, screaming, fuck Trump, God bless Biden, thank you, Obama? I guess this is the guy I've become. I'm now Revenge of the Cis, basically. I react to a guy being deported. All right, and then the sad part is I have seen the video you're talking. You want me to react to it? Okay, here's my reaction. Enjoy Haiti, the place you are from. Hope you like home. I don't know. It's kind of like to me, when we say we deport, illegal guys, what you ought to do is send them out on a raft into the middle of the ocean, let them fend for themselves. Because they keep saying a lot of these countries aren't going to take them back. And I'm thinking, like, nobody's going to check if they get back. Like, I don't think you can kill them, but if you give them a good fighting chance in the middle of the Gulf of America, see what happens. If they come back to America, okay, fine. Good on you. You made it back. We risked it. We're just going to have to send you out to the middle of the waters again. To me, sending them home is like when I was a kid and I got timed out in my bedroom and I could just sit there and play Super Mario. I'm not a goomer, though. I grew out of that, and eventually I learned how to debate with facts and logic without ever jizzing even one time. It's really incredible. But yeah, please don't ever ask me to react to anything that gay or silly again. What a horrifying comment you've left me. Imagine being Destiny. Now, this is a great point somebody makes in the chat. Imagine being Destiny's son, growing up. I always forget that Destiny's got a kid. We might need to get some.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know. What the fuck?
Dude, it's fucked up. This kid. Oh. Now, you got to remember, we're talking about Destiny. His kid is the same.
He's being bullied about it for sure. Destiny's.
Of course. I'm going to bully this kid. I'm going to hurt him. I'm going to physically. Now, you got to remember, Destiny looks like this, right? He looks like this. His hands look like this so that Melina's hands can look like this, and she's holding giant stacks of cash and two other guys' cocks at the same time. So Destiny's a little guy. He's got a son. The son's like, I don't know, 13 or something. The kid's about to beat the shit out of him. He doesn't take care of his kid at all. Every video I've ever seen of his kid interacting with Destiny, the kid is like, he could easily take his dad. They're the same size. I don't know if anybody else has ever gone through, Dirk, I know you never went through this. Your dad is much, much bigger than you. He will always be a bigger man than you. But I shot up past my dad at one point, and it's embarrassing for everyone involved. It's a scary, scary time. My dad, as you get older, you get smaller too. So my dad, I got an old dad. He was going, wee, and I went, wah! And in that moment where you meet in the middle, where you're the same height as your dad, there's a moment inside your head that you have to sort of account for, where you both now understand the exchange of biology going on here between you, where you could beat him up. And there's like, it's never discussed unless you're from one of those, broken homes, one of those households of alcohol and divorce. But if you grow up like a normal human being, there's a quiet underlying sort of thing going on between you and your father in your later teenage years as you gain size on him, where you go, let's not test this out ever, obviously. I love you, Dad, but if I put you in a chokehold right now, it's over for your fucking life. You're dead. You're dead on the ground. And I'm about to get even bigger. Do we all understand that? Who's the man of the house now? And then you go, of course, you, Father. I love you and respect you. Thank you for everything you've done for me, but fucking watch it. And I'm very serious about this. This is something Destiny needs to start considering, because there's this thing where like Destiny is not a real man. Nobody thinks of Destiny as a guy. Like, I don't mean just he's not
There's like a video of him looking like a girl, kind of.
Looking like a girl? I mean, again.
Well, he's sucking a cock. And
I mean, yeah. Like what are you talking about? We would show that here. I think legally that's news, and we should be allowed to show that on YouTube. In fact, I think all Destiny videos should have a pre-roll of him going guac guac. But of course, his fucking 13-year-old kid should not be psychologically, put through anything like that. His 13-year-old kid, who is now the same size as him, he's got to be sitting there going, listen, Dad, you're a multimillionaire. I probably get a little bit of that money. Every once in a while, you remember my birthday exists. But just in case, I don't want you to think I don't love you or anything, but I could absolutely fucking kill you one day. And it will be over for you. Mark my goddamn words. And then his son will become Desta Big, which is
all right,
yeah, something like that. I don't know. Fuck it. Who the fuck is Destiny? Listen, you got to be some kind of lunatic. You're not Destiny. To name yourself Destiny. Which, like, you have to say that with a fucking echo on. It's like so magical and mystical. Oh, who
it's
am
like
I?
A black stripper's name.
Yeah, well, yeah, Destiny's Child. By the way, Destiny's Child. That kid is going around his high school or wherever, his middle school, and everybody's going, can you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? They're making fun of him that he's Destiny's Child. So, but to call yourself Destiny is so insane. It's basic. You might as well be having guys walk behind you carrying your cape, blowing trumpets everywhere you go. That is a mental, that's a mental illness is a red flag worse than women with bangs. Okay? Destiny is announcing to everybody like he thinks he knows where all this is going. Meanwhile, hang on a second. Meanwhile, you've got this right here. You got this clip.
That's all good. True. You ever taken any dance classes?
I used to compete in ballroom dancing.
Hey.
So, yeah, exactly.
Are you guys over here? Just perfect form.
I haven't done it in so long though.
Wait, what kind of ballroom? What are you doing?
Okay, now first of all, you're already. I'm not. There's no racist agenda here whatsoever. But the second you're sitting there reading your chat while your wife is talking to Jamar Johnson over here, there's something up. There's a problem afoot, okay?
All the 10 dances. I was competing all of them.
That's a lot. Which one's your favorite? You one of them foxtrot motherfuckers? You be like,
one? I don't know if I had a favorite one.
You ever seen her dance?
They're all very different. No, you've never seen it. I have.
Nah, you've never. All the other guys have seen it, but nah, you've never seen it.
I've done it in years. Is the thing. So I'm very curious if I started, but like I can understand. Like, if we danced, you would be able to, like, what do you call it?
Oh, yeah, oops. Did I just bring up us dancing? You and me? You, a different guy, right in front of my husband here?
Like, yeah, exactly.
Girls are so silly.
Yeah. I didn't even, oh my gosh, yeah, us dancing, that would be, like, crazy, wouldn't it?
He doesn't even acknowledge her when she asks him, or when she says.
Busy with Factorio.
Yeah.
He's got to make sure his Sim City stays alive. There's a tornado coming.
I would probably figure out like the basics.
He's trying to get off of Mr. Bones' wild ride and fucking Roller Coaster Tycoon 2.
She's trying to get on Mr. Bones' wild
No,
ride.
she's trying to get on Mr. Bones' wild ride. It's not, again, we've seen everything with Destiny. There's no wild rides happening. I mean, Dirk, you watched carefully Destiny take the penis inside his mouth. And I don't mean to be nasty.
Yeah.
I don't want to be disgusting here. We should probably find other ways to say this. But you saw Destiny milk a man's natural illustrations using only his facial labia. Like, isn't there a part of you as a straight guy where you thought I could suck a cock better than that? Didn't you?
No.
You told me something like that, Dirk. You said
No,
that.
Jared said, weirdly, Jared said this, like, the guy's not even hard.
It's true.
Yeah.
He's not doing a good job.
He's not
according
doing
to
a
that
good job.
guy's flaccid penis.
If you do the dick math, this guy's never going to come. And honestly, props to Destiny on this one, because if you're wanting to suck, if you're getting off on suck, right, of being the recipient, then the move is to do a bad job. Then you get to suck as long as, I mean, the guy's going to be sitting there going like, come on, figure this out. And of course, the guy in question, by the way, is Turkey Tom, and also somehow simultaneously Nick Fuentes. It is official record in the FBI that Nick Fuentes got sucked off by Destiny. Do we all know that? Do we understand that? There's like an FBI FOIA request was made, and the Destiny X Nick Fuentes video is listed, and it's the suck. It's the suck video. So this is like a real official thing. All these guys, every internet guy you see except this one right here, baby, every single one of them is a cum guy, essing, effing, R-ing. Now, I don't know what you think I mean. I don't know what you think I mean when I say R-ing. I'm going to give you a moment.
Reach around?
Reach around, not it. Dirk, you want to take a guess?
Oh.
R-ing.
Rectal?
Rimming?
No. Riding. Okay, riding shotgun. Riding shotgun. Listen, isn't Destiny one of these lefty guys with guns? Doesn't he have guns? Am I crazy for thinking this? I think he is. I think he's one of those lefty guys. It's like, actually, well, the Second Amendment is for us to kill Trump. And then, so he somehow got into guns. All these guys are sticking guns in each other's mouths, making them suck them, making them sit shotgun, ride up and down on it, the whole shebang. They're doing a full roller coaster tycoon on a shotgun.
How to do everything.
All right, let's find out.
No.
All right, let's find out. I mean, come on. This is a bull. The guy's not even hesitating. He's like a bull in a vagina shop at Destiny going, uh-oh. Yeah, you can just say, hey, what the fuck? No. Destiny, this was a pivotal moment. And this is why we have to show this. Destiny had a chance here to change everything. Now, he could have kept being a cuck. He could have kept having secret suck sessions. He could have kept filming, barely legal, basically minors, to have his compromat, haul of infinite tapes to use as insurance policies against anyone ever leaking his nudes against it. Which, by the way, I'm on his side over that one. The whole thing he's getting in trouble for here, the reason there might be a lawsuit and he might be a sex dog or whatever from now on. They might be writing him up in all the lists on who you're allowed to live near. I saw him do a clip. This was a while back, too. This was before this was like public knowledge, where he said, oh, yeah, I mean, I'm not afraid of anybody ever leaking my nudes because here's the thing. Number one, I'm a sex freak. So everybody thinks I'm a disgusting piece of shit anyway. That's disgusting and horrible. But here's where I start to agree with him. He goes, number two, I have nudes of all of the women who could leak my nudes. So that's called an insurance policy. I've been saying that for years. You have to have insurance policies. But what we're finding out is what he's got is really compromat. He's got, people are saying that I think Kino Casino said that he's Epstein-y, which is very funny. So I think somebody in their chat.
Oh
said
yeah, they did.
he's Epstein-y. He's even got a jizz lane. There's like a girl going around doing all of his dirty work for him on all this stuff. So obviously you got Tiny, you got Epstein, you got a jizz lane. That means he's doing all this. Whenever anyone goes to visit Destiny, Nick Fuentes, Turkey Tom, they're basically going to littlest St. James Island. They're visiting the tiniest little St. James Island on the map. And the whole point of this is compromise. It's to have files on all these guys. There's a reason a guy like Nick Fuentes ends up there and they're clearly hooking up and flirting with each other. They're making eyes. They make eyes with one another.
No, okay.
Mel time.
Why would I say this?
Mel time. It's Mel
Oh,
time.
she got the form. Okay, so we're just doing salsa. We're just going.
And of course, he sinks into a horrific depression as this goes on. He reads the chat saying he's being cucked.
Is that okay?
And I find it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had.
Hey, she can really do it.
Nice,
She can really do it.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, nice, man. Yeah. sweet. Hell yeah, brother.
You got this.
Hey, real quick, could you grab her ass right in front of me too? So why don't you just pop out her tit and suck on it right in front of me?
That's fine. That's fine. I can tell you were like a little bit strange, but you good. Yeah, you want to know how?
Look at his fucking face, and he's trying to act cool because he's gotta. This is his brand, is being cool about this. Bad brand to have. He had a moment here where he could have been like, "Hey man, listen, I know we're in an open relationship, but you're not gonna fucking dance with my lady right here in front of me. That's crazy. That's not what we do." And then everybody would have been like, "Okay, then I guess he's not like a complete cum-brained freak about all this." This was a pivotal moment. And this is why I believe the true nature of Destiny's insane name. Because you're not Destiny. You're Steve. Okay? In your real life, people are calling you Steve. Nobody should ever have to be forced to call this guy Destiny. So I think the Destiny in question here was always just that we could see what was coming from this moment. Oh, you're in an open relationship? You're in an open marriage? Oh, it's cool if Jamar dances with your wife? Wonder what the destiny of your marriage is going to be. Wonder what the end result is of all of that. Everybody could see Destiny's destiny except for fucking Destiny. Now, I love this clip. I've watched this clip a million times. I don't know anything about Destiny. I don't even care. Our entire history with Destiny, of course, started with that Ethan Ralph bowling event. Again, how the hell did Ethan Ralph get this guy to agree to go to that? It was nuts. Basically, what happened was we had a henchman show up to Ethan Ralph's event, and he like threw coleslaw. Destiny was there. He talked to Destiny. Henchman interacted with Destiny. Absolutely insane. And ever since then, I've just been sort of monitoring Destiny out of the corner of my eye, trying to figure out exactly what's going on with him. I put out a while ago, I put out a picture. You know, this is when he was still in his open marriage. I put out, no, not that. I put out a picture of Destiny and me kissing his wife. Okay? And Destiny had this Frankenstein haircut, and his wife was loving it. You could tell she was in absolute threesome thruple bliss with us kissing her. I fucked his wife. I was in an open relationship with Destiny's wife. Now, I never did anything. That's not me in the Destiny video, okay? I had no idea any of that was going on. And this got so big, and this went everywhere. This was like a year ago, that some guy called The Saint and the Sinner, who's a big YouTuber, did a video about this, and then I became the top post on r/Destiny. All of his fans are Redditors. Check this out. This is 100% real. This is like the live Reddit page here. They put, "Here we go. This is going to be the next several months." And then you've got the You've got the thumbnail here. Destiny's open marriage failed. Melina left him for a real man. Now, the implication there is that I'm the real man. Look at that. And you can see me kissing her. And you can see Destiny's Frankenstein hair where you can...
He kind of looks like Nick Rekieta.
A little... Well,
right here.
It's a phenotype.
Yeah,
anybody involved in this sort of thing. Nick Rekieta, too. You can lift their hair up. It's like a little trap door and look at their brain underneath and see the hole where the fucking part that God is supposed to fill is not there. You can check that out. Run up. It's like Tim Pool with a beanie. Somebody needs to sneak up behind Destiny at some point and just grab his hair and rip it off and look inside his head and see. He's filled that hole with nothing but Adderall, sitting there grinding his fucking teeth. I'm debating. You're not debating. You're reading Wikipedia. We all know. Like, we can hear you typing. Do you know, like, does he not realize that every single time he heads over to Wikipedia, hang on a second, let me, where can I go? If I open Wikipedia, it's going to be in dark mode, so that doesn't work for me. Let's switch over to light mode. Okay, now look at this. So every single time Destiny needs to know the answer for something, all of a sudden his face brightens up and you hear, and then so he's got the answer. It's like, I could just debate Wikipedia on my own time, man. I don't really need the middleman involved. That fucking, that old dude, I can't remember his name, Nermal Finkelbaum or whatever, was debating Destiny, had no, he knows he's not debating Destiny. He's debating a notebook filled with Wikipedia. So he just keeps calling him Mr. Bonadelli. Excuse me, Mr. Bonadelli. Just coming up with brand new last names for him. Just call him Steve. All right. Nobody wants to call this guy Destiny. Nobody wants to believe any of this stuff. Except, of course, for his best friend, Turkey Tom. What were you going to say, dude?
Didn't Alex Stein debate him too? I remember that.
Alex Stein.
Yeah.
Did he debate him are you asking if he debated him at the Ralph event?
No, he didn't debate him at the Ralph event. I know that. I remember seeing a live stream and all Alex Stein did was call him a cuck the whole time and nothing else.
Actually, it's good that you asked me that. I just retweeted this earlier. Back when this happened, what actually happened was, so this is so funny. One thing that I hate, it doesn't really get called out enough, even on this program. One thing I hate are Mr. Intelligences, okay? Where your whole bit is that you're a guy online who is so smart. You're Mr. Smarty Pants. Now, I tweeted this out. This is, goddamn, how long ago was this? Last year. I said, Alex Stein somehow loses to Destiny after a sucker punch. Here's what happened. Destiny and Alex Stein were both invited to something called MANIFESTO. What's so crazy about this? Minds, I guess, is like a social media platform like Twitter or something, but it's for Mr. Intelligences. So they call it Minds because this is where smart people go to tweet. Alex Stein crashes the debate that Destiny's doing. He was not invited to this part of it. He gets up on stage and he makes a fucking fool. He actually makes Destiny seem like the absolute internet sex god that he is. Because somehow Destiny is the good guy. This is how bad Alex Stein sucks. So the post here says, Alex Stein, this is from AF Post, which I believe is run by Nick Fuentes' right-hand man and pedophile general, Ali Akbar. All right. He says, Alex Stein confronts
Star Wars.
bisexual cuck. No, not Admiral Akbar, Ali Akbar. Although in both cases, it's a trap. Alex Stein confronts bisexual cuck Destiny over his wife leaving him at MindsFest debate panel. So this is a big thing. Obviously, it's the same time that the Reddit post happened with me in it was because his open marriage failed. So Alex jumps on stage to confront.
Pasta, I got a question for Destiny. Destiny, Destiny, yes! Destiny, do you still believe in open marriages after your wife left you?
I'm not talking to you.
After
You're
your wife
an
left you.
actual loser. You're
Now, this first part here obviously seems like Destiny is the cuck and the loser here, and of course he wasn't open. It's hard to get behind Destiny unless you're Nick Fuentes, and then it's very easy to get behind Destiny. He closes his eyes every time. Oops, my soap. You know, there's a lot of that going on at the littlest Epstein Island.
an actual loser.
After
I'm
your
not
wife
here for
left
free
you, do you
clout.
still believe in
You
open
can't-
marriages?
Alex, you can't afford me.
Yeah, what? Because you're rich?
You can't afford me. No, you can't afford me.
So cool
No,
that
because
you're
you're a
rich while
broke
your wife
fucking
bangs
loser.
other
You cannot
guys.
afford
But,
any of my
dude, You're
time.
mad at me for calling out your wife, yet your wife bangs other guys. Like, why do you get mad at me? You try
She bangs other guys now. They're not together.
to ban me from events. You try to get me blackballed from stuff. Yet you're the one whose wife is cheating on you.
And now here's the thing. Alex is like so hyped up and needs this moment so bad. This did not go his way. He's looking.
It's forgotten.
It's
Really.
forgotten. This is memory hold instantly because he fucked it up so bad. Now he's breaking character to do this. Remember, Alex's character is a cuck. His character.
Oh yeah.
His whole thing is his wife's boyfriend, my wife's boyfriend, my wife's boyfriend. So shouldn't the bit be that you're up there high-fiving him going, hey, my wife fucks other guys too? Don't clip that. Don't clip that out of context.
Then you're a
I
cuckold.
high five the screen.
You're a cuckold. You're a cuckold.
Cry, yes,
You're
cry.
a cuckold.
I love it. I love it. How
I'm a
fucking
kid,
mad you are. Yes, be mad. Be mad. You're
By the way, you can call into the show. PODAWFUL.com/cult is our Discord. Join the call-in channel if you want to add anything to the Destiny discussion. I'm willing to hear you out. PODAWFUL.com/cult for Discord.
so fucking mad. Why did you harass a woman upstairs or some shit? It's the only way you'll ever get near one. You're such a fucking loser. Get the fuck away from me. What are you even doing up here? Yes, you're a fucking loser.
Now, this is a little bit too much on Destiny's part here. He's affected this casual thing where he's put his feet up on the table. Nobody's buying that. Listen, you could barely get your feet up there. When you were sitting normally, they were swinging like this down below.
Looks like he's showing his ass to him.
Well, there's a lot of Alex Stein likes to spread for the camera. iDubbbz likes to spread for the camera. You're going to see Destiny obviously loves. There's so many files. There's teraflops and teraflops of Destiny spreading for hidden cameras all around his room. This is the craziest part. Every one of those cameras, he's rich. Those can stream. He's got his website, destiny.gg. If you know the back end, and I do mean back end, the login, the secret login, you can see all of his butthole cameras, his toilet cam. This is Destiny's ultimate goal, is to get people into his toilet.
You're a
Anyway, there's another guy who is about to spread for Destiny. Okay, you're not gonna believe this.
loser. You're like, why are you talking to them? Hey, bro, I know that you're hungry for my cock. I know you're so hungry for this clout. You wish you could have a friend.
Yeah, and that's true. That is what's happening here. Alex needed this moment. He needed somebody to. Now, meanwhile, I just made a silly Photoshop. Boom, top of the Destiny, no effort. Top of the Destiny subreddit. I had some black guy making a video about me being the alpha in Destiny's relationship. I never even saw that video. The guy, I guess, if you go looking for that video, the guy apparently found out at some point that was a fake Photoshop of me and Destiny. And so he took the entire video down. Rather than just change the thumbnail and say mea culpa, he removed, it's gone. That video is gone, but I swear to God it existed. I saw it for like 2 seconds before he removed it.
To my clout. Oh, look, there's so many women up there you can go and harass. Go do it.
Dude.
Go do it. Go do it. Don't smile at me like a.
Now, see, here's the thing. You're at Minds Fest. These guys, they're Mr. Intelligences. They're part of the internet dark web. Well, no, wait, what is it called? The intelligence dark web or whatever? Joe Rogan.
I can't remember what it is. Feds, do you know?
I never remember what it's called. The intelligentsia of Joe Rogan and his friend. You know, Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson. I'm part of the dark web. Joe, have you been getting into the dark web? You can actually pay to fuck a lobster. on the dark web. It's amazing. It's fascinating. And there's no troll demons. Twitter troll demons. I must have my drugs. I'm falling asleep, Joe. Help. I can only be awakened with a kiss. I don't know if that's what it was about, but something like that. All these guys are on basically every time you're looking at anything except PODAWFUL on the internet, you're watching two cum freaks battle to be the top Adderall abuser. Okay? Everybody's grinding their fucking teeth together until there's nothing left but tubes inside their mouths. They're thinking about cum. They're salivating. In fact, the saliva coming out of them has spermatozoa in it. All right? And every ounce of their being is to become top Vyvanse cum man. And that's what you're watching here between Alex and Destiny. So they're at the Minds Fest. Everybody there is abusing. They're coming. This is like libertarian. You know, they're so big brain, they're giga brain that they're libertarian. So like saying a guy's a bisexual freak is not flying. You have to understand the audience that you're at. That's not flying for the Minds Fest guys. The Minds Fest guys have like actually worked out formulas where it starts making sense that maybe the age of consent should be 2. You know, like that's the kind of big brain move they're doing on the dark web of minds.com. Every internet guy, it is so much deeper than you could possibly imagine. I'm telling you, every single show, every single guy you're into, except here at PODAWFUL, this is a safe zone. I don't come. All right, I'm done. Dude, I had children, and then I said no more, and I tied it off like a dog's tail, and it just fell off my body. And I'm a eunuch. Okay, when it comes to these things, my brain has never even had a sexual thought. I promise you that you are safe here in my hands. I am not. And this is why I wanted Salvo on the show. I wanted to get the other side of the coin on all of this, really see what it's all about. Has he ever peed on Destiny? Do they drink each other's pee? Because that's very possible. That could have happened. I like Salvo, but he is, you know, some sort of sexual cum toilet.
Creepy fucking Chucky doll, bro. Go upstairs.
I'm a pimp on a blimp. Well, your girlfriend's getting blacked every night.
It's like a worse version of Alex Jones in every conceivable way.
Your wife left you.
Yes, I heard you said the same shit for 4 years. Get a new script. Get a new script.
And yeah, you have all that money and your wife still leaves you.
And that's fine. There's plenty of other fish in the sea, buddy.
I know, because you're gay.
I mean, it's kind of like,
damn.
If you
he was right.
If you're an open relationship guy, as gay and gross as that is the attitude you have to have. You can't ever be mad that your wife leaves you. It's like, I'll have 15 new wives. Who cares? And so he is kind of nailing it here.
Look at all these people
have
up here.
sex with one of your
Thank you.
boyfriends.
Yes, I will. Yeah, absolutely.
We love it, guys.
Which boyfriend? Now, how did Alex know? This is way before the proof came out. Dirk's favorite internet video. How did Alex know? And it's because he's friends and he's one of these guys and his teeth are tubes.
Is that what you want from me? Is that what you're here to beg for?
No, I'm just saying.
If you want to be, just be honest. We're in Austin.
Nice.
They're accepting people.
Yeah, somebody in the chat says, awesome troll, Alex. Yeah. Oh, you nailed it. The guy who's into cum, you're humiliating him in front of a crowd about it. This is what he wants. This is the sexual climax for them. When these guys come inside of a gal, inside of a guy, all right, inside of Turkey Tom's gobbler neck, that part doesn't matter to them. Yes, physically, their body has relieved itself inside of Turkey Tom. That's fine. But they don't actually mentally get off. Now, you know, these guys are women. Destiny's a woman. The thing that repels you about dudes like this is that they have feminine minds. And when a woman can shoot out disgusting, horrifying liquids from her illustrations at a rate at which seems physically, you know, unnatural, there's she must have like a second bladder in there or something. I don't know. A lady can go take a piss and then blow out your entire mattress in a second. But mentally, she might not have jizzed at all. This is an unheard of thing for a normal man. These are like, they're inseparable for a guy. For a woman, coming is inside the brain. And for Destiny and for all the humiliation fetish freaks out there like iDubbbz and Alex Stein, you know, we just talked about this with iDubbbz. They're getting off.
You know I'm
trying to be nice.
They're getting off on the part where you know about it. They don't, Destiny didn't come until right now. And Alex is his sexual partner in all of this. Cast Iron is calling in. Cast Iron, did you have something to add?
Hey, Jesse.
What's up?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I had a theory. Some might even call it a gay theory.
Okay. You said it, not me.
So, well, hold on. Hear me out. So Destiny was at the same bowling event as Dick Masterson, right?
Right.
We know Destiny's a cum guy. Dick Masterson's a cum guy.
Oh, yeah.
We know Destiny's into public humiliation for sexual purposes, and Dick Masterson, well, he has to be, I'm assuming, because at this point, he knows, everyone on the internet knows about Juju the cow.
Oh, yeah.
Especially after that episode you did with Milo. Awesome episode, by the way.
Thank you.
I was laughing so hard, I fucking cried.
Thank you. And by the way,
especially at the end.
I'm glad that you cried. That's my, I don't come anymore. I'm not a cum guy, but I do get off on the tears of others. So thank you.
Oh, well, I'm happy to hear that. And I'm happy to be here.
Of course.
Well, and just to wrap it all up, Destiny's also a drug guy.
Whoa. We don't rap here.
No. You keep that thing as raw as possible. All right, but he's a...
Oh, the other kind of rap.
What did you say? Destiny's what?
Well, Destiny's a drug guy.
Of course.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know, everyone's pointed it out. You know by now. Yeah, the jaw thing, the jaw jacking. He's all popped up on goofballs.
He's like the Tasmanian devil with his fucking jaw. That thing is flying.
Oh, yeah. And Dick Masterson, well, we all know by now, according to Ralph, Dick Masterson's a huge drug guy.
He's got a drug drawer for his child.
Dick Masterson, he left the event early because his spleen exploded or some shit, right?
Yep. Some sort of made up lie, yeah.
I'm not aware, maybe the henchmen that were there might know this, but might not. How quickly did Destiny leave? How long did he stay?
Oh, that's actually a great question. I don't know.
I'm wondering. Oh, well, I was just about to say, I'm wondering, you know, Destiny's coming in from out of town to that bowling event. Dick Masterson's coming into town to that bowling event. You know, they get a hotel room, maybe a little drugs. Destiny's a swinger guy too, and
don't forget Alex Stein was there too.
And Alex Stein was there. This is before this video we're watching here.
And Royce.
Alex Stein, Royce, the internet's biggest cuck, by the way. It's not Destiny. It's Royce Lopez. The man is childless, and you can see him any weekend at Epcot, Disney. What is he doing there? Why does a man with no kids, his wife, infertile, her eggs have become sour, and they're spending half of their days inside of the magical kingdom? Okay? So these people are freaks. I agree with everything you're saying. There's a strong possibility, Cast Iron, that the man in the video who could not get an erection was, in fact, Dick Masterson, is what you're saying here, I think.
Well, not just that, but I didn't even think about the fact, you know, Dirk brings up an excellent point. Royce was there. Alex Stein was there.
It could have been any of them.
I'm thinking, and I hate to say this, but they could have had a full-on goon gay orgy.
Oh, my God. And they did. And Chaggett was there.
Oh, yeah, they did. Chaggett. What was it, Team 13 or something like that? I don't know.
See, this is part of the deal. This is why it's compromise. This is part of the fucking deal. Like, we all understand. We all innately get that when you see those pictures where it's like just Elon Musk or whatever random celeb, and like Ghislaine Maxwell is just in the background like, ooh, oh, hello. And you can just tell she's like, for years, Epstein and Ghislaine, were photobombing famous people because one day it would fuck them up. That's the entire point of it. That was the bit. Not every single guy who was ever seen with a Steen or a Maxwell, not every single one of them actually went to the island. Not every single one of them even had to touch a kid. Appearing in the photo is enough. Riding on the plane. You can ride a man's plane, all right? But we all instantly associate all of these people as being predators now. The same fucking deal with Epstein. Now that Epstein has been seen with Dick Masterson, Alex Stein, Ethan Ralph, all of these people, Royce, Mersch, okay? Mersch. Can you believe this? Mersch was in the same room as Sex Brain Destiny. It's all of them. It's all of them. And that's the point. You can't trust. You have to err on the side of guilty. In this case, when a guy's a cum guy like this hard, if you've ever appeared in the same place as Destiny as an internet man, you are now on a list. And remember, Destiny himself is saying, hey, what was the quote? Bro, if I need to go on the sex offender list, I'm taking like 20 other streamers with me. Yikes. Who are these streamers? Destiny, name names. It's time. Release the Destiny files. We must release the Destiny files. I'm on the complete opposite end of this lawsuit. Everybody's like now, trying to protect these women and everything, saying, oh my gosh, he committed so many crimes. It was revenge porn. By the way, half the dudes that have ever been seen with Destiny are guilty of revenge porn. All of these people are revenge pornographers. You've got Aaron Imholte, which I wouldn't be saying that if Aaron hadn't told me that he would come on the show tonight and then just ghosted me entirely. You got Nick Fuentes, Nick Rekieta. You've got Mersch. All these guys are revenge pornographers entirely.
Ethan Ralph
Stuck his thumb in a place that it didn't belong. He's like that old nursery rhyme about the plum. And we don't need these people protected. The people on these we need the files released. Every single person on those files is an internet guy or girl. We need to know this stuff. If you are willing to fuck Destiny as a woman, there's something so horrifically wrong with your brain that you do need to be bagged and tagged. You need to be cataloged. The only sex offenders I'm worried about are the sex offenders who are having sex with Destiny. That's the most frightening fucking thing of all. Great addition, Cast Iron. Thank you very much. You're so right. He absolutely did fucking suck Dick Masterson. I'm so glad you brought that to my attention.
Anytime, Jesse.
Of course. Now, I don't know. We had 3 henchmen at that event that you're talking about. I don't know if any of them are watching live right now. It might be a little too early for them. But if you are, please call in. We got Jeremy, we got Lenny, we got Paul. Paul directly interacted with Destiny, which, by the way, means he's on the list now too. So all of these guys directly interacted. We do need to get some information on this. All right, thank you, Cast Iron. We're going to bring in Deacon Blues. Deacon Blues, what do you have to add here?
How you doing tonight, Jesse?
I'm good. Well, except for the part where I'm talking about, the most disgusting little gremlin who ever came.
Right. I guess as good as you can be having to talk about Destiny.
Yes, of course.
I just wanted to bring one thing to your attention because it flew under everyone's radar.
Okay.
About, I want to say 8 or so years ago, there was one guy who was way ahead of the curve on this Destiny thing. He saw it coming back then. All of it.
Don't say coming back.
No. The deviancy, the vindictiveness of Destiny, his intelligence guy bit that he does.
Mm-hmm.
and that man was Naked Ape, a YouTube political shit poster who had a decent following before the whole ad thing knocked him out of the business.
Okay, I've never heard of him.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody's heard of him anymore. But I linked you an archive of his video titled "His Destiny is Autism" in your show discussion chat.
Okay, all right, I'll check that out. All right, we'll come back to that. Let me finish this one with Alex Stein here, and we'll check.
You're good.
That out.
You're good. I just want, like you said, nobody's heard of this guy anymore. This was 8 years ago, which is forever in internet terms. But I think it's like 11 minutes. It's a good video. The guy, for all his faults, that Naked Ape guy was a grade A shit poster, and he was funny. And I also linked to you a stream where him and Destiny had a debate, and it's not as important, but it's basically just Destiny trying to be the intelligence guy while Naked Ape shit posts all over him. So
yeah, you know who actually didn't Destiny and Dick Masterson have a debate one time? I feel like I remember watching a debate between the two of them, and for one of the very rare times, I'm like, Dick Masterson won this one because Destiny was trying to be little Mr. Gremlin intelligence, and the whole time Dick was not taking anything seriously. It just absolutely throwing everything he said out, just saying, I don't know, I don't care, who cares? Just doing that. You can beat Destiny at his Mr. Intelligence game by being retarded. It is, it's that midwit fucking meme, right? Where the retarded guy and for some reason an elevated thinking monk is somehow the key to a genius. You're I don't know why, but the way they represent the smartest guy ever is some sort of ascended master in a robe. But they're the same guy as far as all of their opinions, a retarded guy and that guy. And then you've got the midwit in the middle, and that's Destiny. Destiny is that guy, and that is the secret to fighting him.
You know I try to be nice.
No, you're hungry for
all
attention.
You try to do is
You're hungry for. I'm not trying to blackball you from anything. If anything, you're getting blue-balled right now. Get the fuck off the stage.
So, Destiny had the funniest line. Sorry, you lose, Alex.
Fucking loser. What are you doing up here?
And what is this thing of why does Alex Stein think he's getting blackballed by Destiny? What does that mean? Was somebody not willing to put on the dress at the right time or something? We now know how this world operates. The secret, toe tapping of the red shoes and all of that.
I know, yeah, you can keep screaming the same thing.
He's an actual cuckold.
Yeah. We know. Oh my God. Oh, you've revealed all. Wait a second. This guy's a cuckold? We might have to shut down the entire Minds Fest. I mean, I think everybody there is probably a cuck, including, of course, Alex Stein. All right, so. Destiny.
Sex god. Hell yeah.
Sex god of the internet. Destiny. All right, let's take a look here and see what this thing Deacon shared is. This might suck. I don't know. So let's take it. We'll give it a couple seconds.
All right, I guess since we had a big meme yesterday, everybody wants to meme now.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
Look at him.
This sucks to look at. And remember, this is old Destiny. This shit blows so hard. Can you believe this guy changed streaming?
I mean, not that I mind, I guess. So we're going to talk to somebody.
Every single thing you hate about Twitch and all these streaming platforms, Destiny invented it. I didn't know that. I learned this like last year. All that gay shit where it's like, oh, I need your tokens or whatever, your bits. Give me your blips and your bits and all that shit. All this, the chat is basically half of the fucking stream. All that stuff is entirely invented by this little nerd.
Called the Naked Ape. I don't know how this is going to go, boys, but good luck. This guy is a dude.
Oh, this isn't the one he wanted me to watch the, hang on a second. I've got the wrong one. He wanted me to watch the one called Autism is His Destiny, or His Destiny is Autism. Let's check that one out. God, I hate Destiny so much.
How do I explain to my daughter incest is wrong?
Off to a good start. Let's find out.
Is it actually wrong?
Okay. That's the cum coming up to your eyebrows at that point. Is it wrong? Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and be comfortable enough to not attend Minds Fest and say, yeah, it's wrong. Incest with your daughter, probably wrong. Listen, whatever Grace Thorpe wants to do, right? But I mean, she's a grown woman.
I don't know. This is like
or is she? Maybe having sex with your own daughter makes her never grow up. She's like Webster.
This is a crazy fucking thing.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Welcome to the internet spectacle. Oh dear viewer.
Wow, this is a guy.
Today we have
it sounds like this.
A subject. A specimen so delicious.
Look at this fucking oh my god.
Deliciously and
it's like a 5'8" guy.
Spectacular.
I mean, you could pick up Destiny, put him in your pocket, run into a brick wall, he would evaporate.
That it will blow your mind.
Well, if you put a rubber band around him.
Well,
I've been wondering.
Come on, man. Keep it to the fucking... Nobody knows what that's a reference to.
Just like I have in the past. Who is this Stephen Bonnell II? After...
Mr. Bonadelli, Mr. Brandonshin, Mr. Babuka.
He went on a live stream with Jonathan unloading my Glock into those darkies and wops Jafari.
Okay, I'm going to now not be on YouTube because I'm watching the guy who's now not on YouTube.
To expose JonTron's despicable, racist, and sexist beliefs. Who is this Destiny person who got Johnny to admit to his beliefs?
Oh yeah, I guess this was like his big moment, right? Was defeating JonTron. Just a big, fat, lovable idiot. One of the Earth's lummoxes. You know, he's just a galoot. Destiny's like... Imagine trying to keep up with Destiny in a debate. It's impossible. He's moving at warp speed.
That rich black people...
Oh my god. Okay, every photo of Destiny is more unreal than the last. I've been gaslit into believing that some of these pictures are photoshopped. But there's no... Every photo of him is just photoshopped to be the smallest man who's ever existed. You could put him inside of a teacup.
Commit more crimes than poor white people. And the only reason he said this is apparently because it's some kind of fact. But the question remains, who is Destiny? And why has he been given...
Can somebody grab me a video of Destiny's kid where he interacts with his kid? Nothing that shows the kid. I think there's a video where his kid's like off screen and you can hear him talking to his kid. Somebody can find that, throw it in show discussion.
Getting so much attention lately.
How do I explain to my daughter incest?
Imagine standing next to Destiny when he's really on a fucking roll. You get knocked out by his jaw.
That's just wrong. Is it actually wrong? I don't know. This is like a... This is a crazy fucking thing.
Wow, this is just a crazy fucking thing. Such
Hey, who could say, you know?
Invigorating arguments. I mean, is there anything wrong with having sex with your own children? Destiny is so smart. He is so rational and intellectual that he just can't think of any reason why you shouldn't have sex with your daughter, even if they walked up to you and asked you to show them what an orgasm is like.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Destiny. What if it was your son? Because I know the other one is hypothetical. It's like a theory. It's very easy to dismiss something that theoretical. Is it wrong to have sex with your son, your 13-year-old son who's as big as you? Who keeps threatening you every day, holding a super soaker to your head and saying, one day, Dad, this will be the real thing. I swear to fucking God. If they sing, fucking, I don't know, what's a Destiny's Child? So I literally couldn't even pull a single Destiny's Child song for this joke. Destiny's Child. Man, we've been dealing with Beyonce a long time, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Austin Powers 3. Isn't that crazy that she somehow survived that to be one of the biggest pop stars ever?
She got humped by a midget in that movie.
And she probably had to have sex with Destiny to stay this popular. People say that she and Hove Oh, we in the Illuminati. They say we in the Illuminati, yo. Oh, I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry because of all the dick I had to suck. That was my dick in the Destiny video. I know I looked white. That's how they did it.
So apparently this guy's got a daughter, and apparently one day the daughter goes up to the dad and talks about how, like, Dad, I'm not able to have an orgasm.
Stop clicking! Ah! Only dude with a mechanical mouse.
When I masturbate, I don't know why. And the dad was taken a little bit by surprise by it, and eventually the conversation came down to the daughter saying,
I know I'm hearing clicking, but I swear to God, he's running that thing up his cock.
why can't you just show me what it's like to have an orgasm or whatever, because I've read all this shit about it.
So he knew the Thorpes this many years ago. That's insane.
And then he was like, well, I can't, incest is wrong, but the daughter is like arguing with him like crazy, and he doesn't have any rational arguments to defend that point. Wait, and I mean, I don't know, are there?
Well, I don't know.
No, there's none. You win. You did it. He doesn't, like, the only time he doesn't know the answer to something is when it is A, pedophilia, or B, not on Wikipedia. And wouldn't you know it, those two things actually coincide quite often.
Are there any rational arguments against fucking your daughter? According to Steven
Were you going to say something, Feds?
Yeah, there's some good clips of Destiny and his child in show discussion, but the one that I posted is 30 seconds long, and it's pretty funny.
Okay. They all show the kid. I really don't want to show his kid.
Well, he posted his kid, so it's not your fault. But in the one that I posted, you see his face for a split second, and then he shows Destiny.
Okay, well, we are forced to look at it. So I don't want to. I specifically asked not to, but we are forced to do this because, and by the way, I'm a father, okay? I'm a father to boys. I'm not gay, so I don't make female sperm. I'm a father of boys. I'm not a cum guy. I am an internet guy. This is a safe space. To Steve Bonadelli III, or whatever his fucking kid's name. He probably named his kid something gay like Storm Maxer. Some shit like that. Whatever his fucking kid's name. To him, when you turn 18, okay, feel free to come to PodAWFUL. Tell me all your dad's horrifying secrets. Your dad, by the way, the well-known sexual predator by the time you're 18. Like, there will be brand new laws written about Mr. Bonadelli whatever year he turns 18. But you are safe here. You have a home here. We will listen to this. And you're cool, all right? To Destiny's kid, you're cool. Don't listen to all the kids at your high school. Don't listen to all the kids on the playground. Where I don't know how old this kid is. Whoever, but you know he's watching these shows. Like, this is the craziest thing. He's watching Turkey Tom talk about his dad essing and effing. Okay? So my apologies for all the things I've said so far about your dad's proclivities. But you've probably seen it with your own eyes at this point, because what's wrong with fucking your own daughter? You are cool. You are a friend to everybody on the internet. We're all rooting for you, buddy. Okay? I mean that. Anybody on the good side of the internet is rooting for this kid. Stay away from the internet. Honestly, don't come to me. But if you can help it, you could become like 1,000,000 times more famous and cooler than your dad. Don't let it turn you into a cum guy. That's the sneakiest, scariest part of all this. You got to make sure you don't become a cum man. But you could actually just absolutely obliterate your humiliating father. Take his money. Steal from him. All right? Start stealing his money. Start keeping it. Start building something. I don't know what it is. But whatever you like, whatever. Don't play video games. Don't be a goomer. Somebody's got to get in there and help this fucking kid. I feel so bad for him.
Put your daughter on the pill and give her coin slot of Phil Bonnell. There is nothing wrong with having sex with your children, rationally speaking. Now, I'm sure some people will attack me in the comments for committing an ad hominem against Destiny. I'm just trying to attack him personally, and I'm not arguing against his massive intellect. I'm not confronting his amazingly well-articulated ideology. I'm not arguing against the points that he brings up, those valuable points. But I'm going to take a page from Murray Rothbard's argument against John Maynard Keynes.
Also, but I'm going to talk about the person Keynes.
Okay, I don't want to watch any more of this. Here's what I do want to do. Salvo right now is live on a different guy's fucking show. Check this out.
We could have literally been live doing the spandex workout that they wanted to see, but unfortunately it's not happening.
Dude, there's maybe 45 people watching this guy's show right now. This dude has 40,000 subs. There's less than 50 people watching this live. You could have been over here with PodAwful Salvo where people are actually watching. I'm going to need everybody to go. You have to subscribe to this guy's channel, apparently. I'm going to need you to go over to this guy's channel. What the fuck? I didn't click anything that would make that happen. I'm going to need you to sub.
A lot of people like us. And it's like, I want to...
And I'm going to need you to tell Salvo to come to PodAwful.
I think I'll do it now.
Okay.
And this is how we'll end. And I'll get your answer off stream. Okay?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, maybe he's ending. Maybe he's already getting off. Still, harass this Edwin guy. Harass Salvo. Get him over here. This Edwin guy is not a good guy. He talked some real shit about me one time. I hate this guy. He's like an AIDS guy. And by the way, he's probably fucked Destiny. They've got AIDS together. So if you can just go harass Salvo and get him over here. He's supposed to be over here. This is very unfortunate that he would actually do something like this to me. All right.
Looks like Salvo's about to go on a road trip again.
Salvo, I don't know what his deal. He doesn't do shows. And I literally, when I asked him to do this episode, I started it by saying, do you do shows? Or what do you, which he didn't really respond to, but then he just said he would come on the show. And I pitched to Salvo an idea. We might work on something together, like a joint project here in the future. I've got a very good idea for something that he seemed into the idea for, so be on the lookout for that. Something coming over the horizon. PodAwful, Salvo, X, mash them up. We're doing something weird. Let's do this. Okay, I want to go over Turkey Tom. Let's see if we get Salvo here. Turkey Tom covering the stuff, and I want to go over the manifesto, obviously. I got so much stuff here. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Is this a cult if I ever heard one? Yes, it is. It's a cult. I mean, it's the cult of cults.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. PodAwful.pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
PodAwful.pizza.
All right, join that pizza fund, PodAwful.pizza, and join the Discord, podawful.com/cult. If you'd like to call in, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Salvo, if he's actually coming on or not. I'm not sure what's going on there. Somebody said in the chat room, where was it? I'm missing it. Salvo is horny. Salvo is horny. Well, I hope so. I need to get his horny take on all of this, on the whole. He knows this Turkey Tom and Destiny stuff better than I do. Turkey Tom put out a video, the new Destiny allegation. In fact, he's got like 3 or 4 videos about this Destiny stuff because he's part of it. He's into all of this stuff. He has been part of the criminal empire of Destiny for some time. He's trying to get ahead of all of the allegations. Now, I don't know if you caught this. I tweeted this out a little while ago. I said Turkey Tom now officially looks like one of those guys with a female masking fetish. Take a look at this. This is crazy. And this is real, by the way, too. Turkey Tom now looks like this, I guess. This is just an actual way that he looks. He was just eating a sandwich on stream, and his entire head looks like it's not part of the rest of him. He's actually somehow physically different than the rest of his body, which, of course, to me, looks a lot like this. Now, people were confused by that. I guess people don't know about this sort of thing, but there's this entire phenomenon called masking, and it predates the trans stuff. It predates all these things, where a guy has a full rubber suit of a lady, and so this is a man inside a full rubber lady skin. And he just gets off on, and it's specifically that he doesn't want to be a woman. He wants to be inside of a woman's skin. And so that's Turkey Tom. Here seen eating a turkey sandwich, by the way. That's cannibalism. That's a fucked up guy. So anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're putting down.
So, I mean, Turkey Tom's already carving into himself. He's already hurting himself, for girls and stuff. Anyway, let's see what Turkey Tom has to say about all of this over on the big board. Turkey Tom.
Big board looks great, Colonel.
Thank you so much. All right, this is the new Destiny allegations.
Today we'll be going
from our goon, Turkey Tom,
over the recent Destiny allegations. Essentially, a girl named Pixie who was in his orbit for...
Oh, okay, so that's what's happening. I hadn't even seen the girl, so I'm learning a lot here so far.
Quite some time, decided to make an allegation saying that he spread...
Decided to make an allegation. As it's like, listen to the term. I know he's just an idiot, and he doesn't even write his own scripts or anything. This is probably written by a 13-year-old girl he hired off of Fiverr.com. But listen to the way he distances everything. He tries to make Destiny... He's like going to throw Destiny under the bus here, of course. But he needs it to be a little bit like maybe there's still some wiggle room that we can work together. So she just decided to make an allegation. It's like, no, if everybody's seen her naked, then it's not even an allegation at that point. It's just true.
Had pictures of her unconsensually, pictures of her, pictures and videos.
Yeah, in chat, they say, Jesse said it best. He's a voice actor. Yeah, Turkey Tom is just one of the Earth's worst voice actors.
Not,
Wait, can I go back here, actually? Can we just look at how this video starts?
Today we'll be going over...
Whoa! Why does it start zoomed in?
Today we'll be going over the recent Destiny.
They're so afraid. They're so afraid that a 12-year-old will tune out at the very beginning of the video. That you need some little pop like that.
The allegations, pictures and videos that are not not safe for work stuff.
This is edited. You can just say the words. It's not like my show where I have to be careful it's live. There's no going back and changing it after. Just say the words, bleep them out. Pay the 13-year-old girl to bleep it for you.
And and she's also apparently filing a lawsuit against him. And
he hurt her sexually.
Raising money to fund that lawsuit. She's trying to raise $25,000. The thing is, I don't think there's any making this right from Destiny. I don't think you could ever be forgiven for something like this.
Oh, okay. Well, we better not see you do it. Everybody remember this clip. You better not ever forgive him, the guy you suck.
This is a pretty disgusting thing to do. We're going to go over a lot today, and this drama is absolutely cancer and probably going to be the biggest thing on the internet for a couple days. And it all came out while I was live, so now we're going to talk about it. Enjoy.
Blood in the water. All right, now watch this. So I watched this right before the show. He calls this other channel Tom Dark, which is already part of the Mr. Intelligence Dark Web. That's already scary right there. He calls us Tom Dark. Now watch this intro. He's spreading. He's physically spreading for Destiny's own viewing pleasure.
Live, so now we're going to talk.
It's exactly like the Alex Stein thing.
Talk about it. Enjoy.
Look at this. It's Nick Rekieta being an e-girl. What is it with all of these? They're all showing whole.
No, they're comedians.
Talk about Destiny.
Maybe that's from Destiny's Compromat files.
Obviously.
That was like, that's him like cluing in, you know, sending the codes, the 889 angles to Destiny going, don't worry, I'm still secretly on your side. Do not release anything worse than this.
I have been
and then he just shows up his own shorts to the 12-year-olds who watch this stupid shit.
Associated with
the commentary community, by the way. The Dabbleverse for just 12 guys. Okay? I was talking to Tom Gooley about this the other day. We were trying to figure out, should I do a show on this? Let me know in chat if I should do a show about this. I think this would be interesting. We do an episode where we officially name every single guy in the sector, every single guy in the Dabbleverse, and every single guy in the commentary community. And I know there's some that switch over, so it's like a Venn diagram kind of thing. And we just decide who's who, and we get people who officially know they can't get this kind of thing wrong. These are the people who have all the knowledge of this. We would get Salvo on the episode. We would get Tom Gooley on the episode. But I was trying to explain. Tom Gully did not know what the commentary community was. He kept mistaking it for just being guys who comment on stuff. I was like, no, Tom, that's crazy. You think it's about guys who just talk about stuff? No. What the commentary community does is it's 12 guys, and all they do is talk about each other. Now, I know that sometimes the Dabbleverse or the sector can seem like that's what it is, but really, the sector is a group where it's like 5 million guys, and they talk about Ethan Ralph. That's the sector. And then the Dabbleverse is like 28 guys and counting, like it's going up, and they all just talk about Aaron Imholte. It used to be Stuttering John. Now it's Aaron Imholte. The commentary community, it's Turkey Tom. It's another little boy named Augie. It's a big fatso named St. Nicholas Oreos or something like that. And then Destiny. It's a bunch of guys who all hung out for a summer together. And ever since then, they've just been gossiping about each other. And that's the only commentary they do. There's no commentary on anything. It's Mutant Har. You know, if he's still, I don't know if they H1B'd him back into it or not. He might be involved. Keemstar is kind of part of this. And he would be a guy who kind of floats into sector as well, because he does do Ethan Ralph stuff. But the commentary community is an incestuous pile of cum-brain sex freaks who don't know if it's right to have sex with your own daughter or not.
With Destiny.
Anyway, here's Turkey Tom.
For a long time. I've done podcasts with him. I've done various drama episodes with him there.
I've done one very particular video that you've all seen recently with him.
We've been, together in the same place in person.
Yeah, I'll say. Why is that? By the way, this is the internet. You don't ever have to meet a guy. You could have just stayed internet buddies forever. There had to be something alluring about going over to Destiny's house, and it can't be the random guitar behind him that he never plays.
I went to the election stream 2 months ago now, not even that long, 3 months maybe, November. And I've gotten a lot of shit for that, and fair enough. He said a lot of crazy shit. Don't really blame people for that. But there's a new allegation being made about him we have to take a look at.
Oh, really?
That has been brewing behind the scenes, brewing publicly for a long time. And obviously, you know, with allegations, I'm always going to be the guy who waits until things are out in the open.
Until I know which way the wind's blowing for money. What do I need to say to be top guy still? Obviously, I'm going to be the guy who waits on that. How about this? How about you knew these allegations before anybody and you hid it? You weren't supposed to keep it a secret. You knew he was filming. You knew he had the files. You knew he was sharing them. You think it's not going to come out that like they're going to do discovery if this thing goes to like a real lawsuit, which obviously they don't want to happen. But if it does, you think it's not going to come out that you got sent some of these nudes and you've been sending them too? You're heavily involved. You don't get to just poo-poo it like, oh yeah, I mean, we've done some streams together. You guys are part of the same 12-guy community. Muda got kicked for being buddies with Nux and also supporting Lolly.
He's Indian.
I don't want to. Yeah, number one, he's Indian. He's allowed to support Lolly, is what Dirk is saying. Number two, what the fuck is a Nux? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. This is why we have to bring in Salvo as an expert for the commentary community part. I don't want to learn about these people. It's too much that I know as much as I do about Turkey Tom.
Talk about it, but obviously I've seen the rumors. Okay, I read Kiwi Farm.
Yeah, you saw them on your own phone in a private text from Destiny.
So obviously I've seen people talking about it. I see people in chat talking about it. I see Reddit posts, and so we're gonna talk about it. We
brave.
Cover the Destiny leaks on my channel regarding his video of him being sucked dry. Regarding the video of him,
Epstein's top guy. This is his second top guy. I don't know the girl's name. They call her Erudite or something like that. That's his jizz lane. But right under his capo, his general, is, of course, Turkey Tom. You know, if this was a Mersh style thing.
Hey, oh, Mersh effect. Capo, come to me and kiss the ring.
Yeah, that would be Turkey Tom for sure.
Being sucked dry. We covered that. Or sorry.
You say he sucked her dry? We covered that?
Him sucking someone dry, rather.
Hell yeah, brother.
My bad. We covered that when it came out. And
yeah, you got to cover that one for sure.
That was kind of the bigger conversation around the leaks. But there was also this other conversation being had around him spreading revenge porn, allegedly.
What? Revenge
supposedly, right? This is the allegation being made. But the people involved were not really...
Now, and by the way, this is probably commonplace at this point. Are we all in the same understanding? Like what my theory is? Do we all have this exact same theory? Destiny released it himself. There is no hacker. Destiny put out...
I think, yeah, he did.
100%.
100%, right?
Someone just told him to, right?
And he just did it. Told him to. Destiny put it out there because he wanted you to see him sucking. Because that's the part they get off on. iDubbbz wants to be a cuck in front of you. Destiny wants to be a cuck and a gay guy in front of you. Turkey Tom covers this stuff, not just because it gets him the clicks, not because it gets him the ad rev, because it's part of the sexual desire. There's no hacker. I would know, all right? We work with hackers. I would know if the hacker was... Who did they hack? How come there's nobody going, I was hacked? There was no moment before the picture was released where Destiny was like, oh, somebody's in my phone. They've got everything. Listen, anybody, some stuff might come at. This is what happens every time. Every time a person even thinks they were hacked, which, by the way, hacking's almost not even real. Okay? Hacking is kind of fake. Usually when someone claims they are hacked, it's the same thing as when a woman says that a thief stole her purse. She just left it inside the Chipotle. When someone claims that they were hacked, what's really happening is they were phished. Phished. And that means that they gave their info to a guy on purpose. They were like, oh, you're Google? Here's all my info. I'm a retarded grandma. And then they go, I got hacked. It's like, you didn't even get socially engineered. You were just retarded. You were like anti-social engineered. Okay? An Indian guy fooled you. Mudahar now has all of your information, and he's using it for devious lolly-related purposes up in Canada.
Willing to talk about it too much. We talked about this with Chud as well. For example, here is
we talked about it with Chud.
Melina, Destiny's ex-wife, seemingly talking about this on her.
Yeah, I got no, seriously is asking if I got the Destiny's Son video. I've got a few of them here. We're gonna take a look at that. I didn't forget.
Live stream.
I hope one day that I can, I don't know. I don't even know if details of anything is really that important. But I'm pretty sure for the people that are aware that's happened the past month. But yeah, I hope one day that I can.
Just to be clear, Destiny's Son, by the way, is not with the whore that he used to be with. It's not with the OnlyFans whore. I think it was a previous relationship. That's why he's so old.
I don't know. I don't even know if details of anything is really that important. But I'm pretty sure for the people that are aware that's happened the past month.
Listen, you can hear Turkey Tom, by the way, how upset he is over top. He's going, he know this is about to be a rough ride for him. He actually just put out another video where he, I guess it's Destiny responding to the allegation. It's like he's putting out constant videos about this. Where were you months ago when all of this was taking place and you knew? Where was it?
I think that shows a lot of what has been happening. Things that just happened, the past month, things that's been done to me without consent. Anything.
So these are unconsensual guys, leftist, unconsensual guys. This is our wording. Again, riding shotgun.
That has been my past 5 years. that energy, you know?
I mean, boo-hoo, dance with a black guy, feel better.
That's what she said. But, you know, she wasn't really getting it.
That's what she said.
Into the meat of it, right? We have a lot of people talking.
All right, don't talk about her getting into the meat. She's in a moment here.
About it here. And saying how everybody focused on the whole Destiny sucking dick, and barely anyone talks about this. If Destiny actually leaked all this himself, dude should be in jail, period. Now, to be clear, what they're talking about here is not the idea that Destiny leaked the video of him sucking a dick, but instead the idea that he was...
Scam likely says, ride 'em cowboy. Hell yeah, brother.
Sending around nudes of other people with himself.
He hates that he has to do this. Exactly. Turkey Tom, he's basically got a gun to his head doing these things. He has to cover it because, it's free money. It's just straight up free money for him. But he knows that it's all coming his way. And this has happened a few times to Turkey Tom. He's come so close so many times now to finally getting in Coomer trouble.
To others, and there was no...
The Kai carving, of course, we had to do with. But there's other events, too. Turkey Tom's... There's going to be things released about all of these people. Isn't there something with the commentary community right now where one of them, a guy who I think is like a literal retarded person, it calls himself Blow Blacks. So I guess maybe he styles himself after Melina. Didn't he get caught tucking recently? And he's a man she.
Yeah, he has a Grindr account where he's dressed up as a girl.
It's bad.
He has an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what.
Where he dresses up as a girl.
He's selling his tucked weenie. Salvo's in the chat. He says, "Hi, Jesse. Thank you for the invitation. I can't join the show tonight, but looking forward to joining and future partnerships." I hate that I can read that in your voice, that I can hear your sickening little voice as I read your words. You could join.
He said you set him up.
You could join. What does that mean? Where did he say that? How did I set him up?
He said that on the stream. He was like, "Oh, I never told Jesse I could come on the show. He just promoted me and just thought I'd come on. He didn't. I didn't say I would. I can't."
I said, "Do you want to come on PODAWFUL?"
Baby bitch.
I said, "Do you want to come on PODAWFUL?" He said, "Yes." I said, "I'm going to do a show tomorrow on the Destiny stuff. If you can come on." He said, "What time?" I'm going live that night too, but possibly jump on too. I said, Tomorrow is 7 p.m. Eastern. He said, I would 100% be down for something like that. That's what he says. That's what he says.
Liar.
And now he's sending me Blow Black's penis coming. Oh my God, dude. What are you doing? I'm live on YouTube, right? That's not my voice, he says in chat. No, I didn't. Liar, he says. In the chat, I'm reading the chats right now, and I'm looking at Blow Black's penis. Never do that to me again, by the way. You've humiliated me in front of all my friends. I did. I mean, he did basically say yes, and I did basically just say he's going to be on to force him to come on. But is he live? He's not live.
Not anymore.
He wasn't, but he was on some other guy's stream. That doesn't fucking count. You're not live. What do you got to do? What, you got some karaoke to sing somewhere? You need to head on over to the high school, see what the girls are up to, if you can get a selfie with them. So I don't understand Salvo's life at all. I like Salvo. Don't get me wrong. Okay, nothing I'm saying right now is a hit on Salvo, but the man doesn't make mental, physical, human sense. And I need to know, if you've got time to be typing in my chat, sir, you could have already been in here. Let's be real about this. You could be here right now. You could be here. You can tell me whether or not you've cummed with any of these men. I need to know about the pee drinking, all of this stuff. I need your takes on it. I need to know about the commentary community and all of that, which I think is the new term for it. But you've got the time. Let's be honest. You've got the time. I like Salvo, but that was screwed up. Says Sober Shelton. Yeah, that is screwed up, Salvo. Boo. I need boos in chat for Salvo, actually. This is the only thing that Salvo understands is hatred for his person. Dude, fucking get it together and come on the show. Someone say, exactly. Thank you so much for backing me up. Thank you for backing me up on all of this. And I'm going to need you to come on here, and I'm going to need you to read your own messages from chat so we can hear what it would sound like if you had said it and see how close I was to doing it. Okay? Because to be honest, I think the only thing and again, I'm not talking shit here. I think the only thing I fucked up on was that you probably would have stuttered. I was trying to be nice. People are booing. They're throwing tomatoes in chat. They hate him. They hate this guy. Salvo, they hate you, man. Humiliation fetish Salvo, they're calling him. You got to get in here. This is looking bad. I don't know. I mean, I almost don't even want to show this, but I will. I mean, they're mad about boo, says Wild Randy. Look at that. That's scary. You live or die based on whether or not people enjoy your existence, Salvo. You're going to need to make this up to them. And I don't think
it's Salvover at this point.
It's so Salvover. It's never been this Salvover. By the way, we got Lenny, we got Bob Sphincter. Bob, I dragged you in here a while ago. What did you want to add?
I just came up with a little poem about Destiny, if you'd like to hear it.
Oh, I would love to hear your poem.
It's a nursery rhyme, I guess, so it's not really mine. It's plagiarized. Okay. But it goes like this. There was a Des Tiny who sucked off a guy. I don't know why he sucked off a guy, because there hasn't been any Wikipedia articles written about it yet. Perhaps he'll die.
All right, there we go. You needed the rhyme at the end. There we go.
Thank you.
Very, very good. Hi, Lenny.
Hi.
Did you catch the top of the
fuck
show?
You, Salvo. No, I didn't.
Salvo, by the way, in chat is saying, this feels like a setup. I'm Salvo. Look at me. This is how I type and talk. Salvo is afraid he is going to get trolled. Says my
Salvo,
wife.
you are one bad chat from being Alex Stein material.
It's so close, dude. You're ridiculous. He says you're ridiculous, Kelsey. To my wife? That's my wife you're talking to, buddy.
That's my wife.
That's
buddy.
my wife. Whoa,
My wife.
oh, buddy. Oh, man. This is not looking good for you, Vo. I call him Vo because we know each other. But listen, Vo, you cannot be talking to my wife this way. All right? This is starting to get a little crazy. You're going to have to make this up to me big time.
I don't know if a guy like Salvo with, the interest that he has, I don't know if I'd be letting him talk to my wife at all.
Exactly. This is starting to feel a little bit like I'm sitting in the chair like Destiny, and I'm just I'm reading the chat, not doing anything about it. I might have to beat you up. Salvo, we might have to come to fisticuffs over this. We might have to get Aaron Imholte to coach us in boxing over this one. I might have to box your fucking little ears. I didn't know you were married. So okay.
Is he still in Texas?
No, he keeps running from state to state. He's going everywhere. He's the man has never, no one on earth has ever acted more on the lam than Salvo Pancakes. It's really crazy. Like, where are you going? What are you doing? And again, he's still in the chat. What is stopping you from coming in here?
Just a Discord call, Salvo. Come on.
They're calling him Salvo Trans Cakes. Now, this is not Salvo, I promise. And I'll never call you Salvo Pancakes, just to be clear. You should drop that part of your name. It's so gay. But I promise you, I did not set you up. I like you. I want you in here. I want to work together. Again, we discussed that idea I had. I think we are going to work together here in the future. This is not a Keemstar style gotcha or anything. And I know all the stuff. You've told me all these disgusting secrets about Keemstar and your real feelings about him, and I've kept it all a secret. This isn't like the Destiny commentary community thing at all. I like you. I wanted you here, but this is looking bad, man. This is looking real, real bad. Salivating man flakes, they're calling him. Stop running, Salvo. Busy. Yeah,
Salvo was the one cum guy PODAWFUL liked. I mean, he was kind of the friend of the show from that community.
Salvo is here. He's in. Okay. Hey,
Jesse,
here we go.
Hey guys.
All right, hang on.
Hey,
Let me
clear this up for us.
Let me throw you on screen here so people can see that you're really here.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
guys.
our favorite guy, Salvo.
Looking good.
Jesse, thank you so much for having me tonight. Man, I am sorry that I didn't jump on right away. You are a man of your word. You did tell the truth to the people claiming that I completely ditched you. It wasn't the truth. I was live on my channel, and then I always watch PODAWFUL on my drive home. So it's glad to be here. I don't know how long I can be on this call though, but I had to come on when the whole chat is talking about me. I have to show my appearance and wave to the chat.
It does seem a little silly to not just come on when you are in the chat room and talking to everybody.
And does it really count as driving home when your car is your home?
That's not true. My car's not my home.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Well, it's starting to seem suspicious. I don't know.
Nobody is saying that, but you two at this very moment.
What are you doing? Like, where do you go? What are you up to? What is all this?
Well, you're confused about my existence. What do you mean? Okay. I like to travel. I like to get around.
You exist in front of gas stations and in your car.
Yeah.
Exclusively.
Yes. We've only ever seen you at a gas. You're one of the Earth's most gas stationed men on. It's really uncomfortable. You're always smoking and driving, and you're heading somewhere. There's a lot of selfies with strangers going on.
You've noticed that. So you've seen my Instagram where I take a whole bunch of pictures with selfies?
I look at everything, man. And then, there's got to be, I can't be the only one wondering, how does this guy have any money? He doesn't stream. He doesn't seem to do any. Do you have a job?
I had a job. Well, here's the thing. Oh, a garage door is opening up, so I might have to hop off here in a minute.
Okay.
How you doing?
Mean?
I'm on. Oh, hey, Paul. How you doing, Paul? How you doing?
Whoa, Paul.
It's good. It's good to speak to you again, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Paul?
We were just signing off.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah.
You call wait.
I had.
You call your girlfriend Paul?
I have jobs. I work a job for money. Yes.
You work a real.
I have to work. I don't live stream.
What type
or
of
do
work?
anything.
What type of work is it?
You're crazy. You're crazy. I can't really tell specifically.
I don't want to know where, like, but what kind of thing?
I can't. I don't want to say anything.
Denny's?
Not Denny's. No, it's now low grade. It's no low grade job.
Okay.
Retail?
It's not a low grade job, huh?
Retail?
No, it's
Is
not.
it
It's not a low grade job.
Is it a work from home scenario?
No.
So you have to go. So you have to report somewhere sometimes.
Yes, I do. Yes,
Then how are you moving all over the country? You've lived in 15 different places.
Well, I moved. Okay, so I moved twice, and the last stop was supposed to be the final destination. However, something happened, and I had to leave the state. So that's what.
See, when you look, when I've seen the photos I've seen you take with certain people, that sounds bad. That sounded like Destiny style.
Oh my! It's nothing. Don't. It's nothing bad at all. But I had to leave the state of Colorado, so now I'm moving again.
Wait, what the? Wait, you were in? I thought you meant Texas.
Well, I moved to Texas, and then I moved to Colorado, and then I'm back to Texas right now because I had to leave the state.
Because it's not a secret you're from Ohio, right?
No.
Okay, so you were in Ohio, then you moved to the gay neighborhood in Texas. I remember that.
On accident. I moved there on accident. I didn't really know it was gay until I moved there.
That part is
weird.
That part is still untold for sure. But you went to the gay neighborhood. Then I didn't even know you went to Colorado, and now you're leaving. Are you in Colorado now?
I'm back in Texas right now.
What the shitting fuck is your life, dude? Like, what is happening? You just do like nothing. It's bizarre. I don't get it. I know you don't want to be a streamer. By the way, I know you don't. I don't want you to think like I don't get certain things. I know you don't really want to be a streamer. You think there's something beyond all of this. I agree with you wholeheartedly that there's got to be something above all of this. But I do think you have to do something in order to get there. And
I agree with that. And it's like, dude, I was supposed to come back full time, and left everybody full time about like a year and a half ago. 2 years ago, really. But then I kept moving. I kept deciding to move.
I get shit for like a month off where I'm like actually working on PODAWFUL the whole time. Or like I was doing these daily shows recently and I didn't do, and then people are like, what the fuck happened? People freak out over that. Did he freeze? Are you gone?
Hold on. You were, I'm here.
There we go.
Do you see me now?
No, I'm just saying, like, if I have like the tiniest little bit of time, people panic over it. You take off entirely for a year and a half. You just disappear from the airwaves, and then you come back, and you've got this bizarre gaggle of women pretending they're a news team for you, and all this insane shit. Like, what is this? I literally have never been more confused by a man.
Well, dude, it's not that confusing. It's every time that dude, to be honest, this time was out of my control. This time was a load of shit why I had to be kicked out of the state. Not my fault this time. Not my fault.
What are you talking about? Torches and pitchforks or what?
Yeah, you have to explain.
Essentially, it's no joke. This is not, I haven't talked about this yet, but I got kicked out of the state of Colorado. Out of the blue. Well, not out of the blue.
You can't. How is that a thing?
I don't know. I don't want to tell you details about it because it's nothing serious, but I don't want, it's the internet.
It sounds serious. So, to be excommunicated.
It's not that serious.
You're basically Frankenstein at this point.
How so?
You were kicked out of a town. You were kicked out of an entire state of people. You just moved to town and they were like, nah, we're good. And they ran you off.
It literally was like that. And then it's like, okay, so I should leave. And they're like, probably. I'm like, okay.
There's got to be slightly more explanation for something like this.
Well, I would love to give the information out, but I'm on probation, so I don't want to get in trouble.
Okay, all right.
You know what I mean?
I see.
You know what I mean?
All right, fair enough. Can you just do this for me real quick? Can you say this is the first thing you typed in chat. Could you just say, "Hi, Jesse, thank you for the invitation. I can't join the show tonight, but looking forward to joining in future partnerships"?
Hi, Jesse. I can't join the show tonight. Appreciate the invite. I'm looking forward to future partnerships and future creative endeavors. And I did stutter about 3 times in there, and that's very nice of you not to include that.
Yes, I did a little one in my. All right, now somebody take me doing it and him doing it, put it back to back, throw it up on YouTube. We'll see how close I was. All right, so I'll let you go real quick. The Destiny stuff. What's your take? What Turkey Tom? All of these people. What's the take?
No surprise. It's no surprise, and I'm not sure how much you covered of it, but I bet they're all shaking in their little pants because they're worried about stuff of them coming out. And fucking Turkey Tom's already been through the ringer. We can't prove. Turkey Tom can't prove to us that he can't be a degenerate stroker, a degenerate sexual deviant.
Right.
Like he's cutting and he's involved with like revenge pee. Come on.
Come on. The man cuts.
And Jesse, it's like there's one person on this call that I'm talking to that I can absolutely trust to not leak out revenge porn, and that is Jesse PS. Because you've seen my dick.
I've seen
You've
your
seen my
human
cock,
penis.
and you did not leak it out. So that's a testament to you of trustworthy.
And it's silly looking too. It's
a good
really,
dude.
it looks like a little olive. It's very silly looking. I would get so many likes on Twitter if I did, but I still didn't do it.
Well, to be fair, I was extremely soft because we were talking about poopy.
Well, all right. Have you ever actually interacted in person with Destiny at all?
No, not in person. I was on a stream with him like 2 years ago, but that was it.
As a pee-pee poo-poo guy, do you think he's been messing around in these scatological categories of scategories?
Dude, these gay guys do it all. And Destiny is a gay man through and through. And gay men absolutely do it all.
Mm-hmm.
There's not something a gay man is not into or at least will try. He's done shit. He's done shit for sure.
So you're saying
there's no doubt about it.
You're saying gay people eat poop.
Gay people love poop.
Yeah, hey, listen, Vito tried to say it earlier on this program. Salvo's now confirming it. Gay people eat poop. It's out there.
They do. They really do. Gay men love me, and I know that they eat poop.
You were just talking to a gay guy a few minutes ago.
Actually, he's not gay.
That Edwin guy?
Surprisingly, huh?
Are you sure?
He's definitely gay. He's got levels of gayness to him for sure. But he says he's not gay. But I would consider him probably a level of gay.
I've seen you make out with him.
Wow, that doesn't make me gay.
I didn't say that. I said he's gay.
Well, it was a kiss. It wasn't a makeout either, Jesse.
There was tongue.
And it's not. And there was absolutely no tongue. And it's nothing that and it's absolutely a kiss that I shared with Edwin is not an exclusive kiss to just Edwin. I would kiss you like that too.
Oh, thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. Remember when you were building out your basement into a big studio and stuff?
And then I moved.
And then you moved? What the fuck was that?
And then I moved. But
you had Mexican guys there. They were like putting up walls and shit. And you're like,
well, that's right. That's right.
Anymore.
I did a full reno, and then I was like, I don't want to live here anymore. Sometimes that happens, and sometimes you get kicked out of the state, but you just kind of keep trucking. But I will say this: I'm not going forever, and if I don't do it consistently this year, I'm going to kill myself next year, 2026.
Nice.
So,
on stream, right?
If you want me to.
Well, you'd probably fuck that up too, actually. But
I don't think I would.
Yeah.
I don't think I would. But Jesse, I love you, man. And seriously, let's get together more.
Okay. That's not like a Destiny Turkey Tom kind of thing, is it?
No.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Salvo, you can check him out somewhere. He doesn't really do anything. I don't know.
No, I have a YouTube channel. Well, I have a YouTube channel that I can't really live stream from because I'm not at 500 subscribers yet.
Go some. What is it? What tell people?
It's it's youtube.com/@Salvo Super Show.
Okay, Salvo Super Show. Go sub so he can live stream.
You can catch him outside of your local gas station around 1 a.m.
Yeah.
I go I'm up late. I have a sleep thing. I don't really sleep, and I go to a lot of gas stations.
You can catch Salvo in 43 of the 50 states in the union. He's still welcome in. Get him while you got the chance, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, guys.
See ya. He gave me a kiss at the end. I feel just like Edwin. All right, so that's actually fascinating. Edwin, not a gay guy, supposedly. Well, we're going to have to see you prove it in a court of law.
Sent behind that, basically. And that's when it got leaked. That's why there were all the videos of him with other people, right? Because those people didn't apparently consent to it, is the allegation being made. So,
yes, Meep in chat says maybe if you made any content, you would get subscribers. That might help. He's at 450 right now. So, all right, everybody go sub to Salvo so he can live stream. Then he doesn't have an excuse. You see how we bullied him. We pressured him. He's basically our gay little bitch. We turned Salvo into our gay little bitch. We made him come on here. He wasn't going to do it. We forced him to do it. You can force him to make content the same way. Now you know. You know all the secrets of how to get him to do it. So give him no excuses.
These rumors have been floating around behind the scenes for quite a while. And obviously I've heard of it. Obviously I've caught wind of it. Obviously,
Thank you, Cast Iron. I was going to ask Lenny about Destiny. Lenny, you were one of the henchmen live at the Destiny at the bowling alley with Ethan Ralph. Right? Actually,
yes.
You know what? Fuck this Turkey Tom shit. I don't give a shit. Turkey Tom stinks. Okay, he's gay with Destiny.
He's gay, yeah.
They're all gay.
Can you come back to me?
Can I come back to you?
About this Destiny thing?
Yeah.
My baby just like projectile vomited all over the
Is it
fucking
okay?
place.
By the way, is it okay to have sex with your baby?
No.
Okay. That was easy. All right, let me find. All right, in the meantime, we'll watch Destiny, a guy who doesn't know if you're supposed to have sex with your own children or not, interacting with his child. Okay, we'll watch that while we wait for Lenny. Again, apologies to Destiny's child.
Wow.
Now here's Melina, the whore that Destiny used to watch fuck other guys.
So I'm
I thought you were 6, Nathan. How old are you again?
10, man.
Oh my god,
Dude,
fuck you.
4 years? Come on, you can get away with a year, but 4?
If my dad was like, as a kid, now if he had no idea what my age was, I would totally still respect him. And the feeling that I could still beat him up wouldn't even be there. I would just give him a big hug. But if I was 10 years old and my dad was like, what are you, 2? Then I would be like, Dad, one day I will be bigger than you. Okay, mark my words, and it will be bad for you.
So I'm
I thought you were 6, Nathan. How old are you again?
10, man. There's proof that I don't.
Are you sure you're 10, Nathan?
There's proof that he was going to say that you don't love me.
Nathan, what year were you born?
Look at him. Ah! And of course, they're in a dirty, dirty hotel room. This poor kid is sitting in Destiny's chair. By the way, you know what he was doing in that chair the night before. Destinying off.
Huh?
Yeah, watch out, please. That is the creature, the foul monster.
Woo! This kid rules! Hell yeah!
That I
Paul.
with every time he comes here for once in his.
Oh, look, it's Paul. Paul is here. We're going to ask Paul about it, too. Sorry, let's listen to the kid, though.
That I have to deal with every time he comes here for once in his life.
God damn! Dude. Epically destroyed. There's no amount of Wikipedia articles on your laptop that are going to fix this. Doesn't matter what Sigmund Freud or Dr. John Money said about it. I know he's furiously looking up how to fight this using the Weimar Republic.
Foul creature.
Foul creature. The new, by the way, handle for Destiny. Foul creature. Poor kid. Poor kid's got to look like Destiny. Poor kid has been so abused by this goomer that he's got that, what what do you call that? I was going to say accent, but I guess it's not an accent when you talk retarded. And again, I'm not beating up the kid over this. I think it's his dad's fault that he's got the speech impediment. There you go. What an awful but awesome clip. Let's watch it one more time.
So I'm.
I thought you were 6, Nathan. How old are you again?
10. Man, there's proof that I don't.
Are you sure you're 10?
Oh, that's fucking heartbreaking. There's proof you don't love me. You know, he couldn't even say it. He couldn't bring himself to say it. Number one, it would have been love me. But number two, he couldn't do it. It was too sad even for him. This is the one time where if being the product of divorce is an improvement in a kid's life.
Nathan, what year were you born? Huh?
Yeah, watch out, please. That.
I missed that the first. Yeah. Hey, OnlyFans bitch, could you scoot? Do you mind?
That is the creature, the foul.
And we've been calling him a creature. He's like a Catan. This is one of the Earth's creatures. He's right, a creature.
Monster that I have to deal with.
We got to get this kid to stop playing, Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. Obviously, that's influencing him too much here.
Anytime he comes here for once in his life.
Oof.
Foul creature.
Foul creature. Poor fucking kid. We salute you, brother. Honestly, that's too sad. Hey, Paul. You here? I see your name is in here. You paying attention? He's probably watching the stream back right now.
I am. I'm working, but I'm here.
Okay, look at Destiny. I'm a foul creature.
I'm happy. He seems shorter there than in real life.
Are you sure about that? So you met Destiny in real life. Did he look like this or no? Paul? Uh-oh,
I did. Sorry, my connection's a bit poor. But
okay.
Yeah, I did meet him in real life. In fact, he almost was unnoticeable, despite the fact he was up on stage.
He's sort of a dot. He's sort of like a single pixel in the real world. Yeah, what happened again? You screamed at him. Coleslaw was involved. Something happened.
Yeah, again, he was basically just disconnected from the whole situation, despite being the guest of the show.
Right. Do you remember how early he left?
No, I had been kicked out long before that.
That's right. You got kicked out. So probably only Lenny knows that for sure. And at any point, did you smell pee-pee on him?
I did. I assumed it was the coleslaw, but now in retrospect, that's exactly what it was.
All right, it was probably the gooming. So, okay, well, then there you go. Proof positive. This is the henchman who confronted Destiny at Ralph's bowling event. Speaking of, let's get into the manifesto. Here, I literally can't even cover most of this manifesto. I can't even show it to you. Again, the kid who did the rootin' tootin' spree, he is black. Not that it matters, but it in fact matters a lot, because normally, here's the thing. A lot of people were saying to me, Jesse, I thought they were always doing this at their schools. Isn't this like sort of par for the course and just another day rigueur and day, never mind. And this one is different. And the reason this one is different is, number one, the CIA was behind it. Because obviously they had ChatGPT write up this nonsense fucking manifesto with Hassan Parker in it, blaming video games, by the way. The Goomers are very mad about this. The video games are getting blamed on this. I had a lot of people quote tweet me on this. I tweeted out, I said, if Ethan Ralph wasn't in rehab, this shooting would have never happened. I just wanted to make a joke about the Goons. Meanwhile, iDubbbz, all of them. Meanwhile, every Goomer reading my tweet just saw this part at the bottom where it says, yes, following music called N-cel core / shooter core taught me kill Kanye West and playing games like CSGO, Manhunt, Cry Out of Fear, Postal, Doom, Skylanders, which I think is a magical game about dragons, Mega Chud, TNO, HO14, which I think is a new way to sneak Indian people into the country, Mori Me, a middle school shooter, have mentally prepared me for murder. he says. So it was just as much video games as it was Turkey Tom.
Yeah, tracks.
That did it to this kid. Now, here's why it's important that he's a black kid, though. He claims to be part of something that he claims to be something that people I talked to had never heard before. I'd heard this. Now, I can't say the full word. All right, we're on YouTube. But he calls it N-word cell. He's an N-word cell. He claims he's involuntarily inwarded. Okay? Which I could have sworn that was all of them. You know, I don't think you ever get to pick. By the way, wouldn't that be in, not N-cel? It wouldn't. Hey, N-cel. How about that? Just the letter N-cel. That would work a lot better. Anyway, it has nothing to do with celibacy. It has everything to do with just accidentally being born black against your own will. This kid is like meme city. The entire manifesto is gibberish. Chat GPT gibberish. The fact that Ethan Ralph, Turkey Tom, Nick Fuentes, iDubbbz, Destiny are all named in this is so insane, though. Like, what? How could Ethan Ralph? Like, what could he have possibly done to get involved in all of this? This is from Raw's Alerts, which I hate the name of this Twitter. Raw's Alerts. What's the S? Why are we doing the S? Can we get rid of the fucking S in that one? Just Raw Alerts. What does Raws mean? I hate that name. It's disgusting. Anyway, hashtag breaking. The Antioch High School spree man has been identified as 17-year-old Solomon Henderson, who K'd one student and injured another. This is in Nashville, Tennessee. Officials have identified the deceased at Antioch High School in Nashville, Tennessee, as 17-year-old Solomon Henderson, born on a Monday. Henderson live streamed the attack on the platform Kick. Okay, now, what have I been saying? This Kick platform is bad news. I feel like Kick probably also radicalized this kid. You know, Kick, a goomer platform for watching other people goom. And they were fine with it. They thought they've actually got, you don't know this, but when you make a Kick live stream, you have to select like the type of stream. And usually it's like whatever video game you're playing. But if you're doing something like a podcast, they got a podcast one or a just chatting, just like Twitch. Now, here's the weird thing. What makes Kick different than Twitch is they've got a category called School Spree. Okay. They're set up for this already. This is an entire type of streaming they do. Now, normally when a guy does this, he gambles through it. This kid actually didn't make any money. Complete retard. And I was just saying on one of the last episodes, or the last after show, I said we got to put a stop to these shootings. We were talking about the abortion debate, comparing it with the gun debate. And I said the way you make shootings stop is you turn guns gay. Make it a big dildo, big pink, purple, fucking rainbow colored dildo on the end of every gun. So you can sit there and you can ride shotgun till the cows come home. Meanwhile, this kid, you know, obviously what he did is horrible and we condemn it. But there's sort of a silver lining to all of this. Almost heroic action has taken place. When you read through his manifesto and you realize guys like Destiny had an effect on this kid, you come to realize, oh, it turns out shooting people is now officially fucking gay.
I'm a killer gorilla.
I chose
you
that one.
You counted as a point of pride that you weren't named in the manifesto.
Well, I mean, listen, it got close on this one. This is maybe the closest PODAWFUL's ever come. What with Ethan Ralph and Turkey Tom on there. But it's now officially gay to kill a kid at your school. All right. This kid's manifesto is the most cringe meme nonsense ever. It almost makes no sense. Again, the CIA probably wrote it for him. It probably had nothing to do with this kid. It doesn't, like, I've attempted reading this manifesto 5 or 6 times. Every sentence I read, my brain just starts zoning out. I just start hearing, and everything just fucking goes away. I don't know what's going on after that moment.
Jesse.
Ha!
Yo.
Hello.
It's Vinny.
Hi.
Vinny's gay. Bald Vinny.
Hi, Vinny.
Bald cell.
How'd he get in here?
Vinny
Norwood 5.
is a former child. Vinny, you're bald.
And I have to say, there's a level as a Zoomer, as a fellow Zoomer cell.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, not black. I understand it, and while you might not get it, I read that thing. I understood every single word.
Of course.
It's pure irony poisoned. It seems like something I would write. It's in my Twitter drafts right now, sitting for whenever the moment comes.
Exactly. And you were, of course, you will be the guy who, when it does happen, will name PODAWFUL as one of the influences. Right?
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it for sure.
Now, how old are you now? 40? You're somehow older than me, I think.
I'm out of the teens. Just this year, just recently.
That's crazy. We used to do these hangout shows, and Vinny would show up, and we're like, "This is a fucking kid. Get out of here."
I was 13,
and
I was claiming to be 16.
He kept lying, saying he was 16, which is a 13-year-old move to think that that's old enough for us to want him around. So we tried to get your parents to okay you being like, we needed to know that they were fine with you doing this. We always did that.
I sent an Eames lounger in.
Huh?
I sent in an Eames lounger.
You were supposed to. You were supposed to give me an Eames lounge chair. I never fucking got it. Yeah, it never came. But anyway, point is, you were bald. You were a bald child. And if anybody deserved a spree, I think it was Vinny. It's too late now. You're out of high school. You're long since out of high school. But
this whole thing reminded me of a bit you used to do, where it used to be that black kids, there would be a black guy, he's reading a book, and they're like, let's not even rob this kid. He's trying to make it out.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, that kid isn't reading a book. Yesterday, there used to be that meme where it's like the cool thug gets the girl, and then but the black kid get rich. He get rich, and she want him back. Shaniqua want him back, but he said no. Now you have kids that used to just be book black guys,
librarians.
But she just keeps fucking the black guy, and he stays broke. Like they've made their own hell. There's a cell for every N-cel, and they've created it.
Listen, we wanted nothing to do with this Vinny. He was a child. It was terrifying. We knew his whole life was fucked. We tried to bully him out. He would just show up. He'd come back with new accounts. We would fucking bully him out over and over again. We'd call him bald. And I always knew, like, this kid's he's beyond helping, but I would try to help. And you can hear it in his voice now. He's like hyperventilating, right? He's freaking out right now. He's like, hey, it's me, Vinny. Vinny is gay. I'm gay. He's like announcing he's gay. His name in here is Vinny is gay. And it's like,
I don't do that.
You just announced that as your name when you came in.
You're right. It is the nerd excitement thing you've spoken about too.
Nerdrenaline. You've got that, and it's the Zoomer thing. You can't understand a fucking word Vinny is saying, obviously, but he does have insight to this Solomon Henderson. They're in the same sort of realm of irony, poison, cringe. This is your brain on memes. This is what it does to you. This is what listening to Come Town as a little baby does to your fucking head, man. And you're barely capable of a full sentence. It's actually terrifying, Vinny. You're basically functionally you're retarded.
No, that is not accurate. You're actually retarded.
I am.
But do you remember the bit?
Do I remember what bit?
That I was recalling. There's a black kid, and the thugs don't even mess with him because he's getting out of here.
I don't remember. I've said a lot of things on this show has existed for 15 years, Vinny. You're talking about you're fucking 20 now, and you were 13 when you started trying to break your way into my show. That's a long time ago. No, I don't remember.
I've built my mind around PODAWFULism.
This is terrifying that this is what has developed. God damn. No, I don't. What's the bit? Is there anything beyond that? I know library in. I don't remember anything else.
Yeah, I think that was it. It's something like that, but I think that kid doesn't exist anymore is what I'm trying to say. That kid has kind of been subsumed into this internet thing where they don't even imagine a way out. It's 100% irony all the way down. There's no person left.
And that's why he shot himself in the head at the end of this. And that's another thing I don't get. What is with, like, all right, so I believe that every spree that's happened, every school rootin' tootin' that's happened ever since this, ever since
Columbine.
Yeah, I was going to say but maybe the Sandy one, getting the hook Sandy.
Leave a manifesto though.
They're all copycat crimes now.
Oh wait, that one didn't happen.
Well, hang on. Let's not. They're all copycat crimes now. Like every single one of them is just a facsimile of one that happened before. Maybe not exactly Columbine or one of the early ones, but they're all copycats now, right? It's like a TikTok trend for Zoomers at this point. Why is it just because they're copying those guys that they shoot themselves at the end? Like in my head, I'm always thinking, try to get away with it. Like I feel now again, don't ever do any sort of violence ever. But if you were one of these guys, I think you could go in, bang, 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 high score, CSGO it, and then CSGO to the polls and vote for Hillary Clinton. No, CSGO.
That's what was so impressive about what was it, Nicholas Cruz? He got away. He was eating McDonald's. It's actually a Luigi Mangione situation back then. Even why are they always going to the McDonald's?
What is with
I don't know,
McDonald's?
But he could have gotten away with that.
If he had dove into the play place, gone into the ball pit, they never would have found him. To let 2 days pass inside the ball pit, huh?
I'm going up the tubes. I'm making a SWAT team come get me out of the fucking tube.
Good luck trying to pull him out of that. You ever try to pull a child out of them tubes? It's impossible.
Many times.
It's
Nicholas
so hard.
Where he could have pretended to be retarded in the play area and never gotten caught, and no one would have asked any questions.
I'm telling you, you go to the bottom of the ball pit. No one, they're not checking that at night. If you want to stay inside of McDonald's at night, I've done this. You go inside the I've done this. You go inside the ball pit when no one's looking. You just get down at the very bottom, and then you wait. They will close up shop. You'll be in there all night long. You get to play around with the pickles. Okay, you get to do whatever you want. You get to fire up the fryer.
Burger King foot lettuce.
Well, you can't do it in a Burger King. Come on, they'll find you at the Burger King. There's no kids going in there ever. Jesse
I think Columbine was just copying Stein.
Huh? Oh, Columbine was copying Grandma Stein?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they did way better than Stein did. She didn't actually score a single kill, but yeah, maybe. All right, listen. I think you've made a good point here, though, Vinny, which is shocking because, again, you are functionally retarded. But
if I'm functional, it's your fault.
You went to a school that was mostly black kids, right? Because you're from Atlanta.
Dude, why are we doxing me on air? But yes,
you were the one who told us that on air for years.
Your age.
Well, as a child, and we kept going, no, 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 no. All right, anyway, but you went to a school with mostly black kids. Would you say the kids you went to school with were like Solomon Henderson, where they were like desperately clawing at their own skin to get the color off of it, or was it the opposite?
Here's the truth. I bet that kid probably navigated things pretty normally. From what I read, he seemed clearly, like a self-hating Jew, but he doesn't seem like he was that retarded. I mean, from what I was reading, it sounded like what one of these kids would tell me.
Oh yeah, he claimed he's from a family of black Hebrew Israelites, right?
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of those, really, earnestly. There was a kid that used to come into my high school with a staff. And he was...
like an orb on the top of it. Fucking...
It had an ankh?
Of course it did. Yes. Hell yeah. He was...
and that was they couldn't take it away from him, and he threatened to use it, but never did use it with violent intent.
Well, that's because he couldn't figure out any of his magic spells to shoot snakes at people.
Have you seen the black people that are like, they just figured out how air works?
The airbenders.
That's awesome.
That is something that happens. I think The book kids, it used to be they would just go to the library. It doesn't exist anymore. It's now they're on their phone, and it's over.
Yeah, I think so. All right, let's keep reading this. It says authorities revealed that Henderson left behind a manifesto containing a when authorities reveal the manifesto manifestaint. In one entry, the manifesto asked, "Why did you do this?" Again, who's interviewing? Henderson responded, "For your enjoyment. This is my gift to you after years of Fed posting, wasting years griefing, yelling N-word at the top of my lungs in voice calls to F-slur streamers." Another question asked, "Are you a white supremacist?" To which he replied, "No, I'm a golden N-word." And we are now entering a golden age. Maybe Trump had something to do with this too. "It wouldn't make sense for me to be one. I can't be a white supremacist. What a retarded question." Okay, but you asked yourself the question. Okay, this is not making any sense.
By the way,
is
Jesse,
that golden
just
N?
listening.
Go ahead.
Just listening to this, and not reading it, I can't tell what's him using Zoomer speak versus the actual slur. Like when you say F slur, did he say?
I'm censoring.
Quote, unquote,
I'm censoring
okay.
for you.
Yeah, just making sure.
It's me. What are you saying, Lenny?
Is the golden N-word bit a reference to Bert from Fish Tank?
I think Fish Tank probably had a lot to do with this shooting, to be honest with you. And again, we say that all shootings are bad, and this one is bad. I'm going to get in trouble for this episode now. The manifesto was initially shared on Henderson's Instagram account. I hope somebody is recording and downloading this episode while it's live. There's a strong possibility that everything goes kaputski on this one. Shouldn't be. This is a news topic. We're covering the news. This is fully the news and how it relates to Destiny, and that's all we care about. The manifesto was initially shared on Henderson's Instagram account and later deleted. And then this is the footage from Kick. All right. And just like every Kick stream, it's boring and sucks because he doesn't actually film any of, the spree. It's just the part where he's psyching himself up in the bathroom ahead of time. Now, a crazy thing, though, does happen later in this video. I want to say it's right around here. I can't remember if this is him filming or this might be a student uploading to TikTok or something while it's going on, because you got to get them likes. Check this out. They're in the kitchen hiding. Did you catch it? It's easy to miss. One more time. Let's roll it back just a little further. Catch it that time? My sound.
No fucking way.
My sound might be sort of muting it out a little bit, but there was, in fact, an actual goon alarm. Smoke Detector City is actually happening inside this school during a black school spree. That's real. That is not added in there. You can check out the Raw's Alerts account for the original video on that one. So, Ethan Ralph, Nick Fuentes, Turkey Tom, iDubbbz, Destiny. Now, again, I said, he also put, I can't read all of this. He also put in his manifesto, so I have no intention of being a poster boy for the N-word community because I'm smarter than most of them. And it gives me migraines to think that all the general black community can do at this point is race bait, sell drugs, kill for petty to no reason, shoot hoops, eat hot chip, beat people up, eat fried chicken all the time. This is his real thing. Embrace the stereotype and saying we was Kangs when the speakers of this shitty community include the F-slur Gazi Kodzo and the Jamar Clark Jar Jar didn't do nothing crowd. And when more and more black people are becoming SJWs and teaching about white privilege in universities instead of taking responsibility for their own fucking actions and solving the real problem. So this is crazy. I mean, how long has it been since we heard about Gazi Kodzo? one of the goons of PODAWFUL, who of course started their own tattoo.
This is getting more and more adjacent, Jesse.
It's getting scary. We did 2 episodes about Gazi Kodzo and Black Hammer trying to build their own Tatooine in the middle of the desert.
Lamback.
And
it was actually Endor, wasn't it?
No, it was Tatooine for sure. It was Mos Eisley. They were trying to build their own Mos Eisley. All their buildings looked exactly like Mos Eisley.
Were they mud huts or tree houses?
Well, there were nothing, because what actually happened was they stole land, never built anything, and then the land back went back. So land back. Now, again, I believe all of this could have been prevented if Ethan Ralph hadn't gone to rehab. Now, here's a video. I hadn't watched this yet, actually. Ethan put out a video. He's in rehab right now. He is, for the first time ever, Ethan Ralph is not online. It's been days since he's posted. I have people, because we did an episode with him, in my DMs and my mentions saying, Jesse, when is Ethan out? Salvo asked me this. When is Ethan out of rehab? I don't know. I'm not his keeper. I have no idea. I don't even know if he really went there or not. So I think it's time that we watch this video and see, was rehab worth it? Was it a good idea for Ethan Ralph to go to Mexican rehab now that we know his presence online may have stopped a spree?
The kill stream is in its 10th year. I started this show with my ex-wife Nora and Janet Bloomfield in 2015. Never in my life did I think it would take me to where it has taken me to now, both good and bad. It started as a way to promote my writing and turned into my entire existence. Along the way, it has evolved, and it's had its eras and its different styles and various feuds, but one thing it's always had is me. I am the kill stream. I think most of you know I have a passion for professional wrestling.
Oh boy, not the new kill stream, by the way. I'm shocked that the black kid didn't mention, like, shout out wrestling in what inspired him to do all the, usually that's on the docket for a kid that's got guns inside the school. I do believe, by the way, people are mad. I do believe that the video games do cause these things. The realer and realer your stupid video games get, they're not games anymore. You're playing school, rootin', tootin', shootin' spree simulators at this point. And you're trying to get good at killing. That only leads to one thing. You've got an impressionable mind as a kid. We all understand this with other shit. The same guys who will sit there and tell you that being porn-brained, that watching porn is fucking you up, will tell you that video games do nothing to you. When you sit there and you're Dirk and you're sitting there in the point of view of a woman getting absolutely railed by Destiny's best friend, as Dirk watches almost every day, he's pretending he's the lady and he's got his legs up in the stirrups and he's watching as the guy gets closer and closer. You're going to tell me that doesn't do shit to your head? Of course not. Everybody knows that. You inherently understand it, and the only people who argue against that are the people who goon to it. It's as simple as that. Gooming is the same fucking thing. If you are sitting there in the point of view of a murderer and you are trying to get the high score, and that's not just shooters, by the way. That's not just, for FPSs. That's like, how many video games are there where the hero of the story is basically a mass murderer? You just go, I know they're henchmen and goons of whoever the big boss is. Sometimes they're robots. Okay, fine. But Nathan Drake has killed more human beings than than Hitler at this point. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to get Tom Gully on this one. What's the guy from what's the game where you can hang glide and then grappling hook into a car? And
Legend of Zelda?
No.
Oh, Just Cause.
Just Cause. So Just Cause, that dude has murdered more human beings than Stalin. Okay. And you're sitting there going, wee, look at the big explosion during that. You're going to tell me that doesn't do shit to your brain, especially as a kid? You think Ethan Ralph wasn't sitting there watching the POV porn that Dirk watches every single day and went, maybe I should release the video of me sticking a thumb up a girl's butt and eating it? Who knows? Anyway.
In wrestling, there's a term called living the gimmick.
Huh?
I was asking, what level is that going to get released?
No, we're not.
It's a pejorative term, not a positive one. I brought all the negative aspects you've seen me exhibit into this line of work, but over time, they were just incorporated into my online persona. The Ralph Male is a term someone came up with in 2018 is a joke, and I just ran with it. All the problems I have were simply written into the gimmick. Hard drinker? That's just the Ralph Male way. Do it on air and drink even more. Womanizer? Of course. No big deal. Write it into the story and lean into it. Criminal issues? Sure. Who cares? Fuck the police. Baby mama drama? All good. What are you, a bitch? Burnouts and vicious feuds with former friends and lovers. Fuck them. It's a nasty business and everyone is a snake anyway. Go scorched earth. Trust no bitch. You get the idea. This is not a healthy way to live life, although it has been quite entertaining. Rather than addressing shortcomings when I had many opportunities, I simply...
And again, a lot of shortcomings were addressed from the thumb up the butt video, but...
papered them over and reinvented things time and time again, including just this past week. In many ways, this has served me well and kept me in the game longer than I ever would have expected. It's also destroyed so many good things I gained along the road. Some people that I love will never return or speak to me again.
Somebody in chat says, LOL, he talks exactly like the Jesse impersonation. He's constantly out of breath. So funny. Every single time we cover or talk to Ethan Ralph on the show, the next 2 weeks of my life, I'm talking like this. In my head, I do it. I'm sitting there out of breath in my head for no reason. I've done nothing. It's a nasty business, folks. I gotta go to rehab now. Wrestling.
Money gained and lost and gained again. A man in self-imposed exile in a nation where he doesn't even speak the language. I often look at my life and I wonder, how can it even be real? From West Memphis to Merida, this must be some kind of Truman Show thing going on. But what I really know is that it's all because of choices I have made myself along that road. Some choices end up being eternal, and that's something I never really accepted until I learned it the hard way.
See, I mean, listen, it sounds like Ethan Ralph is kind of turning over a new leaf. We'll see when he's back from rehab, if he's in rehab.
It turns out life is not professional wrestling. Even if this business...
By the way, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the corner of his glasses say Ray Bant with a T at the end. Is that normal? Or maybe that's a Mexican brand.
May be very similar. You just can't change the script or retcon decisions. You have to live with the mistakes you've made. Sometimes that can be almost unbearable. That doesn't mean this thing has been all bad. It hasn't. In fact, there are so many great things I've gotten to do because of this show. I've traveled the world and I've seen the Colosseum where the gladiators once battled. There are so many amazing men and women I've gotten to meet.
Wow. He's got to be talking about me. I mean, he can't be talking about Destiny, right? That's a guy who's famous for a school shooter now. It's not Turkey Tom or iDubbbz, right? He must be talking. I got to be included in that.
Interview and in some cases even befriend. There are so many people who care about me that it actually astonishes me daily.
Don't say Candace Owens, because she was listed as well.
I often get messages from people who have learned from watching me live out my mistakes on air, or who admire my tenacity or refusal to ever give up.
I got one message from this kid named Solomon, and I'll read it now. It says, "Dear Ethan, I'm an N-cel." Oh, I spelled N-cel wrong. That's a little weird.
Some have even quit drinking or using drugs due to my influence and public talks about the topic. I've gotten to promote causes and issues important to me. Plus, I've had so much fun along the way. Someone I used
it must be fun to punch female cops, gun drawn.
to know told me when I was really down in 2020 and wanting to quit this business that I simply could not, that this was my life's calling. I believe they were right. Even though I'm quite certain that they hate me now, I still love them. I love a lot of people
Well, who was that? I want to know who that was.
who no longer.
Oh, I guess he must have been talking about the horse lady. What was her name? The one that he sired a little fucking. What is a child horse called? Pantsu, right? Pantsu.
Love me, even though that is not my reputation. I don't think I would ever even tell you that unless it was a day like today. I want to thank Milo Yiannopoulos for giving me this gift and this curse.
Awesome. Okay, guest on the show. Milo was on. Ralph was on. PODAWFUL. We're getting there. We're so close. Okay, he's going to say it.
I want to thank Mr. Medicare for
what?
relentlessly promoting my writing during Gamergate and promoting my show, especially.
All right, fair enough. The Mount Rushmore of Gamergate, I guess. You know, Medicare is on it. We maybe need to carve some new things into it. But
I was released from jail.
I believe Melanie Mack should be on the Mount Rushmore of Gamergate.
And also, I don't know if you guys know this, the first time I was ever on stream was actually at the invitation of his wife, Jade. And she introduced me as a journalist, pro Gamergate journalist. And I said, no. I'm a muckraker, not a journalist. So thank her as well. But once upon a time, also, Nick Fuentes and the Groypers.
Okay, another one of the named in the manifesto. This is starting to look bad, Ethan.
Meant a lot to the kill stream. Thank you for those times. Shout out to Destiny.
Okay, this is not... Just, can you say PODAWFUL? Because I'm starting... One, I'm jealous, but two, this is starting to sound like your own manifesto here.
The guy is a machine, and he added a lot to things over the years.
And by the way, again, how does Ethan Ralph bag a Destiny for his bowling event? Lenny, you were there. What was going... Did Destiny seem like he was having a good time?
No, he seemed like he was 100% out of place, did not want to be there at all.
He was blind. He must have been blindsided. He wasn't told what it was ahead of time. Something happened.
No,
right?
I mean, I think he was really put off by the scent of cigarettes and nasty bowling shoes.
Was he upset at all that there weren't, guys weren't rolling around naked for him? He wasn't able to suck and fuck?
It did seem like that was going on in the back of his mind, but I think since Dick Masterson was there, he might have had some high hopes that didn't pan out.
I was going to ask, do you happen to remember, did he leave around the same time as when Dick scooted and booted out of there?
I don't recall exactly when, but I know it was before the B threat.
The B threat, right. Yes, of course. Okay, so... That was right around the same time that Dick left. Dick and 80s Girl might have actually headed over to Destiny's hotel room for the night. All right, so Ethan, obviously we're going to get a shout out. PODAWFUL. I mean, frankly, I'm the one who sent him off to rehab. He came on my show. Before that, we were talking. He said, Jesse, I need you to get me back on PODAWFUL. Get me in your good graces and rehabilitate my image before I rehabilitate myself. And I said, Ethan, you got it, buddy. Just make sure that in your manifesto, you thank me.
I want to thank Adam Green for always...
Okay, well, he's not a Jewish guy, so I guess that's...
He's being a friend to me, even now when it's not easy.
Shout out to Adam Green, friend of the show, not Jewish.
Perspicacity. I'm eternally grateful
to... That's kind of like PODAWFUL. PODAWFUL.
Me to take this choice and for being a great friend. Thank you to Mark Collett, who somehow always still has time for me. I appreciate James Edwards.
You could have said that for any of these people, by the way.
So much as well. My fellow Methian. He has been a great...
Methian? Like meth head?
Friend to me. Shout out to Wayne Lambright.
Okay. That was straight out of the manifesto. Again, a guy, nobody even knows who that is.
I love you, brother. Lily Gap.
I think the manifesto, they scraped this video with ChatGPT to write it.
Gladys is a dragon, and she's been so kind to me. I believe she will be around for a long time. Dagalon and Jeremy McKenzie have been so awesome to me as well. His partner, Morgan, she's great. It was a pleasure to meet them 2
partner
2 days ago. Worski, you fucking junkie bastard. I hope you really are sober. You don't want to be here.
And again, he's reading off of a script here. He pre-wrote this, so the Keno Casino gets a shout out before I'm kind of feeling a little stiffed here. There's like only one thing that could be worse.
Gator, put the anime down. Rand, drink another one, you crazy fucker. Oh.
Not a great thing to say before you go to rehab, but fine.
And I mustn't forget to thank Dick Masterson.
Come on. Okay. You came on my show to shit on Dick Masterson. I deserve a shout out before Dick fucking Masterson. Again, it could only get worse one way.
And his partner, who I just yesterday spent hours torching. I don't even know what's real
on my
in this life or this business. But I know that it's nasty, brutish.
Yeah, is this a wedding speech? Yeah.
And short. I've wasted too much time already. I will be, believe it or not, and I never thought I would make it this far. I will be 40 years old in September. I don't think I have a third act in me if I can't finally address some of the negative things I simply wrote into the persona. They basically told...
Wait, is the list done? You're done thanking people now? Hello? Can I get... Listen, the manifesto didn't give me a shout out. Can I just get Ethan Ralph to Nate? Just a quick Jesse.
Told me that...
you don't even have to say the name of the show.
This morning, actually. By the way, if I left you off, don't feel bad. Shout out to Ryan Harkness, by the way.
What? Hang on a second. So you're doing the don't feel bad if you got left off. That's fine. I'm okay. It's like, you know, back when Gilligan's Island didn't mention the professor or Mary Ann in the opening theme. I get it. You ran out of time. There's only but so much song. And then people eventually, they said, it's kind of weird that you guys don't talk about the professor or Mary Ann at the beginning. And so they went, okay, let's rewrite it. And then they just went, the professor and Mary Ann. Ryan Harkness got the professor and Mary Ann treatment. This dude has like 12 people watching him.
A lot of people. There's so many people. Do not feel bad because it would take...
Okay, all right, fine. You know what, Ethan, I forgive you. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it would take too long. He's right.
Take me an hour to thank all the people I've met and talked to over the years. Mersh, shout out to Mersh.
Okay, it just got worse. That was the one. It just got fucking worse.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
Go back and rewrite the script, Ethan.
Take me an hour to thank all the people I've met and talked to over the years. Mersh, shout out to Mersh.
Stop. 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 Stop this. Stop this. Stop this.
Do I really need to point out the fact that you should not be thanking Mersh before you go to goddamn rehab?
I know I'm fat. I know I'm a drunk. And I know I'm retarded.
Maybe don't thank the guy with a drug drawer either and his girlfriend. I'm the only sober guy. Can I get anything here?
Or who have meant so much to me in this show, and it would take 2 hours to go through the people I want to take shots at. To the loves I've had in my life, thank you for
maybe I'm included in this part.
The good times and for seeing something in me, even if you no longer do. Thank you to Faith Vickers for giving me my amazing son, Xander. I hope he looks back one day on my life and sees some of the good, and I'm working on that now. To the little football fan that I love, know that I will never, ever forget you or stop loving you.
Ooh. A little choked up there. Come on, man. How about what if in that moment he remembers his little baby boy? He thinks about the diapers. He goes, oh, right, Jesse.
Watch PODAWFUL. Watch your show.
Even Mersh tells you.
Thank you to my uncle for somehow always putting up with me. He's always been like that, always, throughout my whole...
Yeah, Jesse's like Gilligan. I'm the Gilligan of this island. I should be the first guy mentioned.
Whole entire life, and he and his wife are such blessings.
I'm Gilligan. Ethan's the skipper. Tom Gully's the millionaire and his wife.
I miss my grandparents so much. They were such huge influences on my life. My father, what a man he was. He was a genius, actually, but he was a cursed man. I inherited so many of my demons from him, and
Sort of
witnessed so
like
much
Mersh's dad, actually.
violence, but I always knew that he loved me and my mother. He was just broken. Also got so many good things from him, like my love of history and politics. To my mama, I'm sorry that I was not a
Yes, Mersh is Mary Ann in this analogy.
better son to you, but you know how much I loved you. You meant everything to me, and you still do. There is not a single hour that goes by that I don't think about you or want to speak to you. I'm looking at one of the last gifts you gave me, actually, right now. It's right over there across the room, still in the poster roll. And it's the lyrics to Leonard Skinner's Simple Man. I wish I'd listened to you more when you were still here. But I can't help but believe you are watching me now somehow and loving me from above. Adam Green, please let me have this one. Please, Adam, please let me have this one.
Oh, Adam Green's an atheist. So, okay, Adam Green gets 2 shout-outs, including one during the heartfelt message to his dead mother. PODAWFUL gets nothing.
Okay. I love you too, Adam. To the audience, thank you for your love and support. Without you, I would
have been real mad if Salvo got a shout-out and I didn't.
likely be dead.
Honestly, I'd have to end it there. I would kill myself on stream next year.
You have provided for me. You've added so much to the show itself, and many of you have become great friends of mine. I'm thinking of James Gardner and Mary Jane and Adelwolf and so many other, Nady Bakes, so many people. Guitar Anthony, so many people. Know that it will never be forgotten, even to the former fans who never come around any longer.
And Cumsock69, thank you to everybody. Everybody who sent in money. Hitler did nothing wrong, 43.
I'm not only a huge fan of wrestling, but I love tabloid journalism. I was raised on it, actually. I remember my grandmother having a subscription to the National Enquirer, a Current Affair, Hard Copy, The Sun, The Post, News of the World, and everything else. I just drank it in like the bourbon that used to be my trademark.
There's a worse way to drink stuff. Ask Destiny.
So I'm aware that there are plenty of people who will take pleasure in seeing me somewhat down and taking time away to go to rehab. No sympathy for the devil. Keep that in mind. Buy the ticket and take the ride, as it
of the shotgun
was written. Many people want to see me dead, quite frankly. I see it wished upon me almost daily. But, you know, there's a funny thing about the haters. Many of them actually love you. They are, in fact, your biggest...
They say he still hates you, Jesse. That's crazy, man. I think Ethan loves me, to be honest.
Fans, and are what actually make you famous, or in my case, infamous. Some even secretly wish for you to end up turning it around somehow so that their story continues. Life is a soap opera, and I thank you for your service. It has truly been an honor and a privilege and a blessing to entertain you all for the last decade of my...
He might not be coming back. This is starting to sound more like an end time note, you know?
My life. What started out as a hobby morphed into my entire being. I still am not quite sure how or why it all happened. It must have been fated somehow. Thank you all for everything, and know that I will be back. Nobody does it quite like the Ralph Mail. I must bid you farewell.
Of course, the it in question is falling out of a chair
at this moment. But it's not goodbye. It's just goodbye for now.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, the Ralph Mail. The inspiration for the latest school spree. Him and Destiny, who, of course, got a shout out in all of this. It's really insane. I can't believe all of that, and I don't get anything. This guy gets all the love. The sex god of the internet, Destiny. Now, we will be watching to see what happens with this lawsuit. I believe things are about to be uncovered about the internet that nobody thought would ever happen. Horrifying, terrible things that will destroy your mind as you know it. The last episode of the show, I said that the next episode would be all about merch, okay? That we got a lot of merch stuff. I know people are sitting there thinking, Jesse, what happened to the merch coverage? Well, fuck you. Fucking even Ethan Ralph is only thinking about merch. Can I just take a moment to enjoy some of the failures of some of the internet's biggest sex god stars? we'll do a Mersh episode, okay? Next episode will be the Mersh episode. But here's what I'm going to ask of you. I was trying desperately to get Aaron Imholte from Steel Toe to come on the show for this Mersh episode. Even if it's just 10 minutes, a quick appearance like Salvo. Aaron has agreed to come on PODAWFUL time and time again. And as a matter of fact, the last time he didn't show up for the show, he told me he owes me one like never before. I named the time, I named the place. He's got to do it. Well, I did that. It was tonight, and he said no. As a matter of fact, I hadn't planned this, but somebody clipped it real quick before we go here. Oh, man, let's see if I can find this now. Aaron was talking about coming on PODAWFUL. Does anybody know where this is? Oh, I can't find it now because I don't think it was in his thread. I think this was just posted randomly somewhere. Fuck. Anybody know what I'm talking about right now and can find this fucking clip for me where he was mentioning that I had asked him to come on stream and that he's too afraid. He's basically Alex Stein style, too afraid to come on stream. I want to discuss this because I think it's very important that we clear the air on something. Yeah, I'm not fine. Oh, here we go. I found it. I think. Check this
By the way,
out.
Jesse PS asked me to come on his show and do a show about Mersh. And, I don't know if I have the energy. I can do like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, and then you got to move on.
And I love Jesse PS. I think he does great stuff. As a matter of fact, someone told me.
What the fuck? Is this full screen? Why can't I get this to full screen? This is so bizarre. There we go. Jesus.
That the reason that Mersh ended up turning and picking on you that one day is because I did a show with Jesse PS. And he didn't like that. And I'm like, look, I hate that shit where people are like gay high schoolers and they're like, you talk to this person, so I don't like you because you talk to. It's like, I don't get it, man. Like PODAWFUL, Jesse, he's a good guy. He's fine. Mersh like, he with me, and like Mersh reported him to the police and shit. And it's like, yeah, he with me too. You know what he did? He made fun of me on my on his show. He goofs on me when he comes on as a guest, and he sends me coleslaw. Big deal. It's funny.
How is he the only goon that gets it? How is this possible? The fucking worst goon. And he's like, yeah, so what? Jesse's good.
Don't take
worse things have happened.
This is the king of the Dabbleverse. He's the main guy.
In the world.
And can I say, not only did he get me coleslaw, he got it from Lunds and Byerly's. He cares. He got me really good coleslaw.
He didn't skimp on the coleslaw. All right. It wasn't any Kroger coleslaw.
Somebody wake Johnny up with a stick, for crying out loud.
Not prepackaged coleslaw either. It was fresh deli coleslaw from Lunds and Byerly's. He's a good egg. Sam Show says it's
weird, but who isn't?
He says it's just Mersh. Pissing him off is the content. You should do that more. Well, you don't really have to like cause the Mersh content.
Oh, really? Good luck, the internet, if PODAWFUL disappears because there's no more Mersh content. You gonna watch it? I don't fucking think so.
Just play it. Just try it on.
This is a mistake. See, this thought process is a mistake. And Mersh was saying something similar on his show last night. There's some weird thing where Comedy Shaman was in Mersh's chat last night trying to talk up. He convinced Mersh that I was contacting Mersh or something. It's some weird fucking thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Jesse. And honestly, I like Jesse, and I don't even know why people don't.
I would think it again comes all the way back to just taking all of this way too seriously.
Maybe.
When you learn to not do that, again, it's who cares?
He kind of shit on us on his show the other day on You and I.
Yeah.
And I watched it and I thought it was funny. And he's arguing with me because I'm like, I don't think we're in the Dabbleverse. We kind of observe it. I don't want to be associated with this. People's like, you're in it. He's making fun of me, shitting on me, saying you're in it. I'm like, I'm not. I'm an observer. I don't consider myself.
No, you're the law cow. You're the main target.
In it. We're in the days of identifying as. I do not identify as that.
Yeah, but here's what you do identify as, Aaron, a cum guy. I could have used you on this episode, just like I could have used Salvo on this episode. I could use you on a Mersh episode. It's time. You like me? Oh, Jesse's a good guy. I get it. I'm the one who gets it. I am the goon who knocks. Prove it. I'm calling you out. This is it. Public, clip this shit. Everybody, fuck with Aaron. He promised me he will come on PODAWFUL. He's promised it. He has used me time and time again in order to try to milk a few more gold donos out of people, and I'm fucking sick of it. It ain't happening anymore. I sent him a message. I said, Aaron, I'm going to need you to agree to coming on the show as a guest and setting a solid date for booking. This is gonna happen. He said, I don't know, man. You know there's a certain person I cannot talk about and am legally fucked if I do. Not that I don't trust. And by the way, I'm only leaking this DM because you have once again allowed the time to pass on this and not, you're talking about me on your stream, but you're not telling me to my face it's a definite no. All right? I need to do this. He says, now, we know who he's talking about here. I'm not even going to say the person who it is, not even a gender am I going to give this person right now, because I have no intention of doing what he's saying here. Not that I don't trust you. I just know that as a host, you value the entertainment most, as you should, and I have to put myself in a situation I can control. I have given you a beautiful, amazing opportunity, Aaron, appearing on the airwaves of PODAWFUL. You could do anything. You think I'm not the one who's potentially fucked? You could porn bomb me. What is stopping you from fucking me over? If we have to do it this way, if you really can't trust me, because I said to him, I don't want to talk about that person. I want to talk about Mersh and maybe Nick's tattoo. Can you talk about Nick's tattoo? I asked him. He said, I suppose I could. What time are you on? Thursday. He named the day.
I got excited, very excited to see all of this.
He chose Thursday. This was his idea. So if he really can't trust me on this, fine. I get it. I have a reputation that precedes me. Let's do it like this. Let's do it like, and again, I zero interest in talking about that other stuff. I'm not the Dabbleverse. It does not interest me. My interests are to have you on because it's funny for you to talk about Mersh, okay? To have you on for you to talk about Nick. It's to talk about the Goons. It's to talk about the Goons. But if you need some sort of insurance policy on this, trust me, I've learned from the best. A guy named Destiny has an entire file of compromise on people. You want me to give you I'll give you something. I'll give you something embarrassing of me. Or how about this? You sit there with your finger on the fucking trigger, ready to porn bomb me on the show if I mention anything. If anything happens where you could get in trouble legally, which again would never happen. This is some Alex Stein stuff going on in your head, man. It's making you look really weak and really bad. I gotta be honest. If something happens, mutually assured destruction. We both go down. Okay? Then can we do it? Then can you get comfortable enough? Haven't you seen you've seen me cover Mersh. You know what I want to do here. You know the kind of stuff I actually want to laugh about. And I even told him, if you can come on, even if it's just 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Can you spare 20 minutes? Now, why do I want Aaron on so bad? At this point, I don't. Okay? This is the most psycho part of it. I'm not even really that interested at this point. You know, I was shocked. We were watching Mersh on Nightwave last night, and Mersh starts big timing Aaron, going, I got more viewers than Aaron. And he's on Rumble, so you know all of his fucking views are fake. So I start getting curious. I'm like, Aaron, because of all the Nick controversy, he had a lot of people watching him live. He's been doing pretty well. So I went over to Steel Toe. He's got 13,000 1,000 subscribers, he gets fewer views on his episodes than I do. All right? It's not even close. Why do I want Aaron on the show? I don't even know. I should be big timing Aaron at this point. He should be begging me. But I'll tell you what it really is. It's really because he owes me. Aaron, you owe me. And we could do this the easy way, or we could do it the hard way. You really don't want me dabbling anytime soon. Trust me, I have no intentions of an Aaron episode. But I got daily shows to fill, and I could fucking make it happen if I really wanted to. That's the program. Till next time, have an awful day.
PodAwful made me do it. I'm a fucking idiot.